of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight.
This ball is gone! Boys are back in town.
Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome to the Woodward Tigers Show live stream for the Scooball start against the Royals. Nick, how you feeling?
Feeling great. I mean, anytime that we get to do this show, Spencer, and you get to see the best pitcher on the planet take the bump for our Detroit Tigers, coming off of a tough start out in Oakland, where obviously the earned runs wasn't that big 6 crooked number that we're not used to seeing from Scooball.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't like to start a game and have his team lose that day, and that's what happened last time out. I'm expecting angry Tarek Scooball today here, Spencer.
Yeah, I think Scooball's going to go out there and take care of business today. Like you said, he hasn't had his best stuff on his last few starts, so you'd like to see him go out there, get the strikeouts high, take care of business. Not an easy lineup to strike out a lot of batters in. These Kansas City Royals are good at making contact, but I think Scooball's going to go out there pissed off and take care of business.
Agreed. I'm right there with you. He's got a 2.28 ERA coming into today. We got Benetti breaking it down, but this is a big spot for Tarek Scooball, not just for his Cy Young campaign, but for the Detroit Tigers to put the nail in the coffin that is this division. Last day to win the series against the Kansas City Royals at their place. This is going to be a big game for Tarek Scooball moving forward and this team moving forward to solidify themselves as the division-leading Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, you need to take care of business, and I think Scooball's going to do his, but as I see in the chat there from John Meadows, can we score? That's what they're going to need. They got to give Scooball some run support. He hasn't got a lot in his past few starts, and obviously his stuff hasn't been the best either, so you got to make sure you get some runs for your ace.
Yeah, for sure. Last night was just a sick joke when it came up to clutch hitting for this Detroit Tigers team. They came up short at every single turn besides one at-bat from Gleyber Torres when he was able to get the job done and get the runner home. But Gleyber is one of very few guys on this team that feels like come up in big situations to get clutch hits. You need to have a better job when it comes down to taking advantage of runners at third base with less than 2 outs. And the Detroit Tigers failed to do so last night multiple times. You think about Andy Ibanez. I think about Trey Sweeney. They weren't able to take advantage of the situations. You're going to have to do that as we inch closer and closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, you look at – they don't need to be this super slugging team. I don't need them to go out there and score 12 runs a game or have one, but they need clutch hits. You need important hits. Like you said, with runners in scoring position, with men on base, some with 2 outs. You got to go out there and you have to hit, at least give your guys some runs. You scratch off a couple when Scooball's on the mound. Normally that's enough to get you the win. So hopefully they can go out, get some runs early. Scooball gets the confidence, and we have an easy day.
Exactly, and one of the guys that's going to be leading it off who had a poor day last night and he couldn't pick up a couple of his teammates was the guy that they've been putting in the leadoff spot more often than not when going up against a right-handed pitcher, and his name is Colt Keith. Obviously, the big contract that he signed, the first one that Scott Harris chose to give out before Colt Keith ever took the field as a professional hitter. So they have tons of confidence in Colt Keith. I want to see Colt have confidence in himself today in that one spot. Take some more pitches. It seemed like he was trying to swing early in the at-bats, and he wasn't really, kind of dialing it in for where he was looking. He just looked uncomfortable at times yesterday. I expect a big game out of Colt Keith going up against the right-handed pitcher, Michael Wacha, in this one to go along with the other guys, Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green, who notoriously crush right-handed pitching.
It's what you're going to need, and you're going to need a guy like Colt Keith to step up when you're looking at this team going forward and in the playoffs. He's an important bat for this lineup, and obviously Riley Green is back to doing what he does, back to being the guy. You need to go out there and take care of business if you're Colt Keith or if you're any really big bat in this lineup. You can't get it from the ancillary pieces. I know it's good when Ibanez has a couple RBIs, but if you want to win games, if you want to win important games, and how you win in the playoffs is with your stars being stars. So you need the Riley Greens, the Spencer Torkelsons, the Colt Keiths to get up there, get in good getting good counts and put good contact to pitches. And that's just got to be a recipe going forward, because throughout the regular season, throughout a 162-game schedule, guys like Andy Ibanez, even Zach McKinstry to a different effect, they can carry you for stretches of games. But when it comes down to the real deal meat of the postseason and these games down the stretch, your stars have to be stars and your big guys have to step up.
I'm right there with you. And you think about stepping up, and like I just said there, it's stepping up when the matchup is in your favor. You have to take advantage of this. Birdie, if we could throw up the Detroit Tigers lineup that is in the Tiger Slack, because we got Colt up top that, like I said, he's got to be able to hit right-handed pitching or else he wouldn't be in that one spot. He's got an 808 OPS against right-handed pitching, so you love to see that matchup. Obviously above average OPS there by about 58 points, maybe even more than that. Then you go to the other righty slugger, Kerry Carpenter, hitting 271, 844 OPS against right-handed pitching.
Yeah.
And to complete the trifecta, it's all about Riley Green against right-handed pitching, your two-time All-Star before the age of 25. These guys need to show up and show out every single time out against righties. And he has a 924 OPS. Those three are all above average, creeping up towards elite numbers against righties. But you still need to go out and do it every night. Last night, the bats looked unbalanced out there. The swings were ugly, and the pitcher had an above 4.5 ERA coming into the game. It's not acceptable, especially as we get an inch closer to the postseason. So I really want to see those three guys lock in today as Colts 1, Carey's 3, and Riley's 4 in that lineup, mixed in with Torres and Torque at 2 and 5, Perez hitting 6th, McKinstry 7th, Raj hitting 8th, Sweeney at the 9th spot. So want to see those lefties really show out today against the right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, you got a couple of bats obviously still on your bench with different players that you can bring in different situations. But with Waka starting, yeah, you do need to see those big guys that eat up righties go out there and do that. That's why you're seeing Colt Keith in the leadoff spot. Kind of a Kyle Schwarber-esque leadoff hitter. Hopefully he can get a hold of one and maybe circle the pillows there in the first inning. But yeah, it's murderer's row for righties in this. So you got to go out there and you got to mash against them.
Yeah, Waka's been crushing it, but so has a Detroit Tiger starter, and that's where we're going with our best bet of the day. Shout out Caesar Sportsbook. Use code word Woodward1000. Tarek Skubal, alternate strikeouts. 8 Ks for the Detroit Tigers ace today. It's plus 122 for Tarek Skubal to get this. He's done it 3 out of his last 5 games. He's actually had double-digit strikeouts. But Tarek Skubal, 2K, 8 batters being plus money, I think that's a great option here. Obviously, bet responsibly. Don't bet what you don't have. But this is a fun one if you want to be rooting for the Detroit Tigers ace today, as he was racking up these strikeouts last time out.
Yeah, I think plus money on Tarek Skubal to get 8 strikeouts, sign me up absolutely. I think that's a great bet there. Shout out to Caesar Sportsbook.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Skubal can do. Like you said, he hasn't had his best stuff. He's been struggling a little bit for his standards. It's not like struggling for mere mortal, but struggling for Tarek Skubal is what we've seen his past few starts. So hopefully he goes out there. I could easily see 8 strikeouts, even though, like I said, this is a tough lineup to strike out. They don't swing and miss a lot. They don't have a huge chase rate. So you're going to have to execute your pitches if you're Tarek Skubal to get a lot of strikeouts with these guys, with India, with Witt. These guys are contact hitters. So he's still at Skubal. He's going to get 8 strikeouts every time he goes more than 5 innings.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see this one. Tarek Skubal really show out against the Kansas City Royals. Last night, you got to see a guy in Bobby Witt Jr. take over this game late. It was a bad matchup for Tyler Holton, and Bobby Witt obliterated that baseball to give the Royals the 2-run lead. I want to see how Tarek Skubal specifically attacks Bobby Witt, who crushes left-handed pitching. So that's going to be a fun one to keep an eye on. If he's able to keep that changeup low and away, keep Bobby off balance, big spot. But if he lets that creep anywhere close to the middle, Spenny, that ball's going deep to left field.
Yeah, he's going to make some hard contact. That's what he does. He's a star. He's a superstar. And so this is good on good. This is your ace lefty against one of the best young shortstops in the MLB. So it's going to be fun to watch. Bobby Witt Jr. is insanely good at baseball. So Skubal's going to have to execute his pitches. The location's going to have to be there. I expect to see him attack Bobby with a lot of those changeups, keep him off balance, and then try to pump 100 up by his eyeballs to get a swing and miss. So we'll see.
You have seen Bobby Witt swing at that high fastball a little bit. So if Scuba, like you said, keep his eye level, keep changing his eye level for that matter. And Colt Keith here leading off. Yesterday, he was swinging a lot early in the counts. I wonder how he is going to attack Michael Wacha today, being the leadoff hitter. And Colt said his approach hasn't changed too much besides if he's leading off to start an inning, he'll maybe see a couple more pitches if, say Tarek Skubal has a long first inning.
Yeah.
But obviously we're on the road here, so.
Michael Wacha, big righty on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. He's got a 3.39 ERA. Opponent's OPS 659 against him this year in 26 starts. And the first pitch to Colt Keith is coming up here pretty soon. You said you wanted to see Colt Keith take some pitches. You said you wanted to see him get deeper in these at-bats. But why he's in the top of the lineup is to do damage.
True.
Do you want to see him swinging on that first pitch, or would you like to see him take one here?
After last night, I saw him swing first pitch a couple times, and they were terrible at bats.
Yeah.
I think today I want to see him. I think I want to see him take a pitch. To be honest, I obviously you swing first pitch because you're expecting the best pitch of that at bat to be the first one, but I still just a little PTSD from last night, but.
I kind of want to see him swinging first pitch, not going to lie.
Get a 1-0 lead early?
1-0 lead early,
First pitch.
jump all over it. It's what he's up there for. He's not up there to take pitches. This isn't your traditional leadoff guy.
Yep.
Colt Keith in the batter's box, puts the bat over his left shoulder. Michael Wacha cocks back, delivers the first pitch. Colt Keith swinging, got a high fastball, followed it straight back.
Yep. Looked a little bit out of the zone there, Spenny.
He likes him high.
He does.
He likes him high.
We got a I ain't say that with a super chat shout out. Whoa.
Whoa.
Spenny, are you hanging dong on Lake Tahoe?
Another high fastball there for Colt Keith. He follows that one back as well. 0-2 quickly on the leadoff hitter. Lake Tahoe's next weekend, brother. I'm excited, though. Can't wait. Shout out to you. Got everything covered here at Woodward Sports where all systems go. I get an extra week of vacation, and then it's football season. 0-2 pitch here to Colt Keith. He swings and misses at a slider inside. 3-pitch strikeout for the Tigers leadoff hitter.
Way to start the game, boys. Let's go. We are back. Yeah, what a start by Colt Keith. Highlighting him to start this game. Needs to step up against right-handed pitching. He looked just like he did last night, and it's struggling with that bat in his hand.
Yep, not a great at-bat there from Colt Keith.
Tough start.
Gleyber Torres, first pitch from Michael Wacha. He follows that one back as well, a sinker in on the hands.
And shout out everybody tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button on your way in. Super chats will be read out loud. Shout out to all you guys. Gleyber, 0-1.
0-1 pitch here from Michael Wacha to Gleyber Torres. Tries to drop in a changeup there. Gleyber Torres turns it over to the third baseman. 2 up, 2 down for the Detroit Tigers.
That was a nasty, slow-moving changeup. That was wild.
Was that an Ephus pitch?
It looked like a 60-mile-per-hour pitch.
Where's Maz? Michael Walker's throwing Ephus pitches in the first inning.
I would like to see the MPH on that one. That was
I think it was 74.
wild.
I think I saw 74.
That was crazy. That's how you keep a hitter off balance. Let's see if Kerry can pick up his 2 teammates. Only 5 pitches to get the first 2 outs.
Kerry Carpenter, he's going to come up swinging. Michael Wacha, the big righty, leans back, throws the ball. Ooh, slider over the heart of the plate. Kerry takes the first strike.
Good slider, keeping Kerry off balance, not throwing him fastball first pitch. If I'm him, I'm probably sitting back, change up again.
Michael Wacha delivers the 0-1 pitch. Another slow curveball gets the bottom corner. 0-2 on Kerry Carpenter.
Wacha looks nasty right now. Over under 3.5 runs is over 150, minus 154. Right now, the way Wacha's pitching, I don't know if the Tigers are going to squeak out 4 runs.
Wacha has had more 0-2 counts than he's thrown balls in this inning so far. Pretty insane, but let's see what Kerry Carpenter can do here. 0-2, 2 outs. Michael Wacha delivers the pitch. Carp swings at it, pokes to the first baseman. Easy play. Tigers go 1-2-3.
1-2-3, 8 pitches there for the Kansas City Royals starter, as I believe it's Burn.
Shout out Burn in the Woodward Sports.
Chat. You got this one?
Yeah, he says no 1-2-3 innings in the first 3, please. Rip. Tigers kill teams when they work full counts and run up the pitch count, even if they don't score. Well, Michael Wacha probably had the least stressful inning of his career right there to start the game.
Shout out Burn for the super chat. We appreciate it, folks. And yeah, 1, 2, 3 there. Not a good start for the Detroit Tigers. This is exactly what you didn't want to see after just falling flat on your face last night. You come out, you try to recapture some momentum for your Detroit Tigers ace and Tarek Skubal. Try to, give him a little bit of confidence moving forward. He doesn't need it, but this team might hitting right now. And the 1, 2, 3 hitters were unable to do anything of note. That was a terrible start. Good thing I didn't take, an early run for the Tigers or something, because Skubal bat I'm still feeling good about.
Yeah, they tried. They were swinging for the fences. Everybody that came up was swinging for the fences, but they obviously came up short. Like I said, Michael Wacha makes quick work of the Tigers in the first inning. Skubal coming on the mound. You got your horse out here. How do you want to see him attack the start of the Kansas City Royals lineup?
I think that changeup is everything for Tarek Skubal. I've seen him miss that pitch a few times in the last 3 starts where we haven't seen it really all season long. It's like the control of the changeup. If he's able to start that pitch right on the corner and drop out of it, start it right at the away to right-handed hitters, the low and away spot, drops right down with his great break on that pitch. That's the key for Tarek Skubal. It's the command of the changeup to go along with that flaming fastball. That's what I'm excited for today. Keep the hitters off balance, fastball changeup combo, and then see him mix in a little bit of the breaking stuff.
Shout out to Burn with the super chat. He says, never mind, it's over. Sun Cruiser game. Tarek Skubal paints 95 gas on the outside black for a first pitch strike there. And I am Spencer Raxter. He is Detroit Tigers beat reporter Nick Kohloff. We have our guy Birdie doing double duty, sound and TD in here for the Tigers watch party. Good slider there. Does not get the call, though. These umpires got something against Tarek Skubal his past couple starts.
Getting squeezed already here, Spenny? That's 0-2 count. That's a strikeout in the making right there.
Getting squeezed already for sure. 97 up at the belt, fouled away by Garcia. This has been kind of a common theme for Tarek Skubal his last few outings, and it's gotten to him a little bit.
Yeah, he has been getting into it with his umpires, but I also believe
slider at the top of the zone there, fouled back, 1 and 2 still on Garcia.
I also believe Dylan Dingler is so damn good at his job of framing pitches where maybe he's even fooling the pitcher, Tarek Skubal, because Dylan Dingler is elite at framing.
That is Jake Rogers behind the plate today, but I agree that Dylan Dingler definitely steals Skubal some strikes here and there. Wenzel retires the pop fly there by Garcia. Skubal, 5 pitches, first out.
I believe if that would have been Dylan Dingler back there, he gets that call.
I agree.
Anything close to the corner, he's getting.
He's
even
pulling
if it's
those
a ball,
in. His
even
hands
if
are
it's
so
a
fast.
ball over, he is so damn good at that. We were highlighting Dylan Dingler left and right yesterday. Last night, 3-hit game. He was gunning runners out. He had 1 passed ball, which was a little bit iffy, but I think he's going to be a future All-Star, Spenny.
I do too. Dylan Dingler, he arguably could have been an All-Star this year.
Yep.
96-mile-an-hour four-seamer fouled back there by Bobby Witt, 0-1. This is the matchup the fans are here for. This is the matchup everybody wants to see. This is good on good, the best pitcher in baseball against one of the best young shortstops in the game. Skubal quickly up 0-1, delivers another high fastball, 97 at the top of the zone. Bobby Witt fouls it back. 0-2. Let's see if one of those nasty changeup gets Bobby Witt to swing here, and Skubal can get an early win. Don't get too confident with this pitch. He is still a dangerous hitter.
100%. I don't know. I wouldn't challenge him in the zone here. I'm 100% staying away, but let's see.
0-2 pitch, Tarek Skubal, 97 inside. Bobby Witt flings it into the left field. Playable for Riley Green. 0-2, 2 outs. Bobby Witt pops out to left field.
He was able to jam him there a little bit. I thought Bobby maybe turned on that ball, but he was able to get him inside. So like we said, he didn't challenge him over the heart of the plate. Like to see it from Skubal because he does have the most confidence in himself, as he should. But when you're going up against one of those dangerous hitters one of the most dangerous hitters, I like to see him stay away there.
And here's the Tiger killer, Vinny Pasquantino. He rips a ball to the right field line, 97 on the hands he tried to turn on. Shout out to Dante, 151. Whoa! Super chat in there. He says, Tigers came up short to get a hit in the first inning, just like Tiny Tina. LOL, Spenny. Listen, Tiny Tina is forever in my heart. We shared a great night full of passion in East Lansing. 0-2 now after another foul ball from Pasquantino. Skubal looking pretty good here. Let's see if he can get a strikeout, cap off that nice first inning.
Would be great. Pasquantino, 790 OPS, 94 ribbies, but lefty on lefty matchup. Skubal, 0-2. Couldn't get him swinging.
Yep. 1-2 here on Pasquantino. And this is a guy, Nick, seems like he's next. The Billy Butlers, the Nelson Cruzes, just the Tiger killers. He seems to be accepting that role this year, and he gets a bloop into left field that just finds the grass. Like, stuff like that. 98-mile-per-hour fastball, in on the hands, 1-2, and he just scratches it out to left field.
When the Kansas City Royals...
Sasquatch coming through.
This guy,
Bigfoot out there.
I don't like that guy, I'll tell you that. He was coming out last night. I'm not a fan of the Sasquatch out there in Kansas City. Vinny Pasquantino looking like a Sasquatch over here. This guy's just killing Tiger pitching left and right at home. He was just home run after home run out there. Like, what's this guy even doing? What do we – oh, my God. Nice change.
Nice change up there by Terry Skubal at the bottom of the zone to get a swing and miss from Salvi. 0-1 here on the future Hall of Famer Salvador Perez. Terry Skubal staring him down. You know these guys love facing each other. They always have good conversations on and off the field. 0-1. Salvi chops it foul. Another changeup. This one outside. I'd like to see some high cheese here from Skubal. Maybe touch 99 at the top of the zone. Get Salvi to swing through it.
See if we can get him late on this one. Yeah, 15th pitch here coming for Skubal. Would be big for the bet to get that first K of 8 here against the top 4 hitters. Got to get out of this one. Don't leave a mistake up to Salvi. He could change this game with a swing of the bat.
0-2 pitch from Skubal. Jake Rogers lining up outside. He throws a changeup in the dirt. Salvi lays off 1-2 here. Shout out to everybody in the Woodward Sports Chat. Justin, Jedi, Christina, Darren, all you guys. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. I am Spencer Raxter. He is the Detroit Tigers beat reporter, Nicholas Kohloff. And we got our guy Birdie in the booth doing double duty here for the Tigers Royals watch party. Skubal on the mound. 1-2 to Salvador Perez. The big lefty cocks back. He throws. He gets him to ground right to the mound. Jake Rogers handles it out at first base. Skubal gets out of a one-runner-on situation.
16 pitches through their first 4 hitters. Obviously, Pasquantino getting on there made him to force more pitches. But going back to last season when the Kansas City Royals, they got off to such a hot start. They were killing it, and then Pasquantino went down for them, and they started to revert back to the old Kansas City Royals where it was basically only Bobby Witt and Salvador Perez, and they started struggling, and that's when the Tigers started to gain ground on not just the Royals but the Twins, everything about it. But that coincided with Pasquantino going down with that thumb injury, if I'm not mistaken. So him being back, I still believe the Royals could make a run, not in this division, but the wild card potentially if their pitching holds up, because I think a guy in Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, and Salvador Perez can score runs for your team almost every single night out.
I would totally agree with that. This is still a dangerous lineup. You still have a lot of players that can do a lot of damage, and Skubal's going to need his A game to go through. Obviously, he gets through the first inning unblemished there, just the bloop single to Pasquantino. Good at bat by Skubal against Bobby Witt. You love to see him win that first battle. Excuse me for the burp. But I welcome to the Tigers Live Watch Party here on Woodward Sports. I'm Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We've got Birdie in the booth. The Tigers and the Royals have gone through one. It is scoreless. Both pitchers looking good. And, Nick, shout out to Caesar Sportsbook. I don't know if we have any live bettors out there. If I was the man in the game live betting right now, I would take Terry Skubal over 1.5 strikeouts in the second inning. He was very close in that first one, worked some good counts, just couldn't get those put-away pitches out there. I could see him striking out at least 2 batters in the second inning. But first, we need the Tigers to get some hits on Michael Wacha.
Yeah, I was going to say, talking about some home run odds here. I mean, Riley Green right there, plus 420. If Michael Wacha wants to throw that 75-mile-per-hour curveball, I'm sitting on it if I'm Riley Green. Pause. And I am taking this ball to right field. I am just sitting back. He's not going to beat you with that fastball. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I am waiting on some of those off-speed pitches, seeing if I can do one of those uppercut swings, knocking out Michael Wacha to right field.
All right, second inning starting here. We've got Riley Green in the batter's box. You look at Michael Wacha. He got through the Tigers' first three pretty easily and drops in another slow curveball there to Riley Green.
75, middle. Come on, Riley. We got to be sitting on that one. Come on.
Riley Green took a pitch there. 0-1 here. Michael Wacha delivers the second pitch, tries to put a fastball in. Riley Green fights it out to center field. Is he going for two here? Nope, he stops at first. Riley Green with the first hit of the Tigers game. He bloop single to center field.
Little chest down from Riley with a good piece of hitting. Blooper to center, inside out on this baseball. He got jammed a little bit, but that's just strength right there from the 24-year-old to fight that one off, get it to the outfield, and looked like that time he was dialing it back a little bit. He wasn't going for that big home run swing. We know Riley has the ability to do that. It's if he wants to do that.
Spencer Torkelson in the batter's box. The first pitch from Michael Wacha. He swings on it just off the end of the bat, but still puts it about 300 feet in the air. Pop out to center field for Torkelson. He attacked that first pitch, and he just missed it.
Yeah, he missed that one. He took a big swing, but Spencer Torkelson not waiting around to see any of that other curveball, slider, mix, changeup. He was swinging first pitch, trying to do damage on that one. Want to see Torque get going a little bit.
Yep.
The last two nights he's been struggling a little, so want to see him step his game up tonight. And I need a guy like Perez to step his game up. Tough night for him last one.
Somebody that's going to see a lot of pitches in this one is Wencel Perez. He tends to work good counts. Let's see what he can do against the righty Wacha. He delivers the first pitch to Wencel inside the zone, 92 miles an hour, strike one against the Tigers center fielder.
How big would it be for this Detroit Tigers team to get the lead first in this one with Skubal on the mound? That's what everything is. Need some good at-bats here.
You got Riley Green on first base. Michael Wacha delivers a pitch, overthrew the changeup a little bit, way outside. Wencel lays off 1-1 here on Perez.
1-1, and if he is going to stay away from you that way, look for Perez to maybe even go to the opposite field. Don't see it too often with Perez, but if he is going to pitch him away with that change.
1-1 pitch. Wencel puts his swing on it, got his arms extended, but it's just foul. Ooh, man. Tried to pull that one to right field, just pulled it a little too much.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's thinking Oppo at all.
No.
He was trying to delete
that was
that baseball.
all pull all the way.
Exactly. So we'll see if Perez can stay in here on 1-2 and not chase out of the zone.
A very long strike there. The 1-2 pitch, and Michael Wacha paints the inside black with a 93-mile-per-hour sinker to strike out Wencel. That was a great pitch by the Kansas City Royals starter.
Nope, don't like that. Yeah, that was bad sinker. That run on that pitch, left to right, great piece of catching by them. And, yeah, Perez was just straight up fooled. Great. Looked like a two-seamer. They call it a sinker, but, yeah, great pitch there by the Kansas City Royals.
Ooh. Same spot
Lord.
with the changeup to Zach McKinstry. Gets the first pitch strike. Michael Wacha is painting out there right now.
He is dialed in more than I've ever seen Michael Wacha dialed in right now. We'll see if we can step it up. McKinstry, he needs to get on base.
0-1 pitch to McKinstry here, just outside the zone with the changeup. Good take by Zach. 1-1 evens up the count. Listen, when you're going up against Tarek Skubal, starting pitchers know they have to bring their best stuff as well. All of these guys are alphas. All of these guys want to be the best player in the ballpark. And Michael Wacha looks great right now. He jams McKinstry with a 1-1 sinker. Zach follows it off 1-2 here on the Tigers' third baseman.
Behind in the count. Just a tough spot. Michael Wacha's dialing it up. He got the leadoff man on and Riley Green. Torque out. Perez out. McKinstry's got to step his game up right now.
Z-Mac looking at a 1-1 pitch from Michael Wacha here. The righty delivers. It's down. It's a slider. McKinstry fouls it off. Lives to fight another day.
Lives to fight another day. Zach McKinstry. We've seen so many Zach McKinstry masterclasses this year, but we've also seen him fall off a little bit. So if this team, when they are at their best, Zach McKinstry is going to be a big part of it.
0-0 game, top of the second. McKinstry fouls off another pitch from Michael Wacha. Riley Green on first base went from a bloop single. Tigers got 2 outs. Zach McKinstry has 2 strikes. Michael Waka has been cruising so far in this one. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We got Birdie. This is Woodward Sports. Smash the like button. Let's see if the Tigers All-Star can get a hit here. Maybe score Riley Green from first with a double. We'll see what happens. Michael Waka sits back, delivers the 1-2, top of the zone. Zach fights it off again. Good at bat here.
Good at bat, fighting them off. I mean, even if they're balls, he's at least not swinging and missing on them. Waka up to 21 pitches, so still looking great in that regard. But, yeah, McKinstry got to dial it in. Hopefully wait for a Micah Waka mistake here. Might be setting up low.
Zach McKinstry trying to protect the zone.
Let's go.
Zach pokes one out to center field. It does not get down, though. Just a little too much there. And the Tigers go down in the second inning. Riley Green gets a hit. They strand one on first base. Michael Waka looks pretty good in this one, Nick.
Tough spot, McKinstry. That was probably the best exit velo that we saw all day. So good to see at least we're putting good contact on it. Obviously would have loved to see that one get down, possibly see Riley Green first to third in that situation. But Tigers got their first guy on, but unable to come up with the big run that they needed to give Tarek Skubal, some running room in this one. But Tigers are going to have to start battling just a little bit more up there. Michael Waka does look dialed in.
Not looking like Michael Waka is going to give you a lot of mistakes today, so Tigers are going to have to string together a couple hits to score some runs. I don't know if the big swing's going to be there, but we'll see what happens. You've got your ace coming back up to the mound in the second inning. Tarek Skubal versus Michael Waka. The Detroit Tigers and Kansas City Royals are tied at 0 apiece. What do you want to see out of Skubal after Waka goes out there and has another good inning?
As much as I love, would love the strikeout count for my bet, I want to see some quick outs here, Spencer. I want to see him attacking early in the at-bats on the corners, trying to induce weak contact, because we want to see Skubal late in this game. That's what I want to see. If he is able to go late, we know we can just pass this rock to Will Vest and Kyle Finnegan, hopefully with a lead. If we can get a really quick inning here, it'll set up very well for the future to get to our two best guys in our bullpen, Will Vest and Kyle Finnegan.
Yeah, I think really you say two best guys, but two guys. Like that's all we got in the bullpen that I trust. Tommy Canley
out last night.
Tommy Canley's had a couple nice outings this past time out, but Finnegan and Will Vest, you feel very good about those two guys, even though Will Vest got a 3-0 double play the other night. Just an insane way to end a game, but you love to see it. And you love to see Tarek Skubal back on the mound. Coming in here, 7 whiffs on May 31st, the last time he pitched against these Kansas City Royals. Pumps a fastball in there for strike one, 96 miles an hour right down the middle, getting ahead of hitters and putting them away. Tarek Skubal does that better than any pitcher in the MLB. The 0-1 pitch from Skubal, lollipop, knuckle curve, drops it off the plate. No swing there from Gerchuk.
Rare big miss there from Skubal. I think it just slipped maybe out of his hands a little bit, but 1-1, want to see it in the zone, attack him.
Yep, the 1-1 pitch here from Skubal, 97 in on the hands, no swing there, 2-1 here. Let's see if Skubal can fight his way back and get out of this at-bat without getting a runner on. The big lefty, Tarek Skubal, kicks the leg up, throws the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nasty slider there all the way across the plate. Wow.
Wow, that slider in on a righty. I mean, it looked like it was just going down the plate, and then boom, tails off to the right side, right under Grichuk's swing there. There was no chance he was hitting that one, and if he did, he was going to hit himself in the foot with a foul ball.
2-2 pitch here from Tarek Skubal. Gets the swing and miss on the changeup. Nasty in the dirt. There's strikeout number 1 of the inning. I told you at least 2. Let's
go.
See if he gets another one. 2 back-to-back Skubal's 2 best pitches of the day right there.
By far, yeah. That was a nasty pitch. Got him down. Grichuk swinging. First strikeout. 7 more. 1 more for your bet to come true here, Spencer. Love to see it from Tarek Skubal, attacking hitters early.
Oh, yeah. When Skubal gets into these back half of lineups, he does not mess around with these guys, and he just goes after them. There's 97 right on the heart of the plate. Strike 1 to Lofton, and Skubal's dialed in now.
Dialed in. They got that first inning. Pasquantino was able to fight that one off, but here we are. It's Skubal working quick.
0-2 there. Another just beautiful sinker. 96 right on the inside black. Skubal is playing with his food now. Now you don't know what to expect. You could get 100 at the eyeballs. You could get a slider that cuts off the face of the earth or one of those change-ups down in the dirt. It looks like they're going in. Probably the slider. Here it is. Ooh. Nice slider there. Not as good as the first one, but he does not entice the swing and miss.
Look at that. Got the ball right back. He's already on the mound. He's looking in. This dude is working with pace right now, Spenmo.
It's what he loves to do. It's when he's at his best. The 1-2 pitch here from Tarek Skubal. 1 out, bottom of the second to Lofton. Throws the changeup in the dirt. Tigers, Kansas City Royals, both tied at 0. Bottom of the second here, 1 out for the Kansas City Royals. 2-2 on Lofton. Skubal on the mound. Let's see how he attacks him to try to get this strikeout here.
That pitch is the one that I was talking about that we just seen him miss.
97 there. Lofton just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Fouls it out of play. 2-2 still here on the Royals 7-hitter. Kenny Lofton. 0-0 tie at, what's their stadium called? Coughlin Stadium.
Yep.
Coughlin Stadium.
Shout
out. Looks like a nice ballpark.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be cool to go to a game there.
2-2 pitch from Skubal inside with the sinker at 97. Full count here on Lofton.
Grabbing the dirt there, Spenny. He's missing on this at bat. Like I talked about, we've seen that change up down where usually you get it closer to the zone. He's going to try to swing, but he just missed big on those.
Couple misses from Tarek Skubal. 3-2 pitch, 98 on the inside hands. He pops it up to Gleyber Torres. Skubal gets out the bat. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yup. Want to see a quick out here. Try to get that pitch count lower than, 32, 33 going into the 2. Finishing up the second inning here for Skubal. Even if he doesn't get the strikeout, it's obviously more important for Tarek Skubal to go deep in this game, get the big win. But when you're going up against a hitter hitting 212, the strikeout would be nice too.
Got to attack Luke Maley here. Like you said, hitting 212, 649 OPS, only 16 games so far here. Skubal, again, looks like he's overthrowing that four-seamer. Big miss inside.
Rare to see. He was just dialed in for those first first hitter, and then second hitter kind of got him off his track a little bit.
1-0 pitch from Skubal, changeup, bottom of the zone, 2-0 here on Maley.
Rare misses here, Spencer. He does not look as dialed in
as
we thought this second inning.
He was very dialed in that first strikeout, and he's kind of let it go a little bit here. Another miss at the top of the zone, 3-0 count here. That was just a lazy four-seamer that he couldn't get in there.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening, but I would maybe send Chris Fetter out there right now, honestly.
3-0 pitch here from Tarek Skubal, right down the heart, 96, strike in the middle of the plate.
If he would have walked him, I would have sent him out.
4-pitch walk, you might send out Chris Fetter, but I can't remember the last time Chris Fetter paid Skubal a visit. I'm not even joking.
I know.
3-1 here. Does not get the call. It was off of the plate. 5-pitch walk from Tarek Skubal. Not the at-bat you want to see with a guy who's only had 16 games in the MLB.
Terrible. What are we doing? That's their 7-hitter. He doesn't even have a 215 average. Tarek Skubal, come on. You're better than that. You know that. He's got to be pissed off right now. I would hate to be Michael Massey.
Yeah.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Skubal doesn't walk people. He's definitely mad.
Michael Massey, 2 men on, 1 man out. He swings at the first pitch, hits it in the right field. It'll find the grass. First and third here with 2 outs. 1 pitch, and that's the second hit of the game for the Kansas City Royals.
Both lefties hitting Tarek Skubal, Pasquantino, and then Massey right there. I mean, what is going on?
You knew that Massey was going to come up swinging. Tarek Skubal couldn't find the zone on the last hitter, so he knew he was going to get something good to hit on that first pitch. And he popped one over to right field. Good piece of hitting there by Michael Massey. Skubal still got 2 outs. Just got to make some quick business this next hitter.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuses. This is the 9-hitter against the best pitcher in baseball. If you're ever going to lock in, it's right now, Tarek Skubal. Let's go. Got to strand these 2 runners here. Give your team some momentum coming back up for the top of the third.
2 men on, 2 men out for the Kansas City Royals in the bottom of the second. Tarek Skubal, the ace on the mound for the Tigers, delivers the first pitch. Good changeup outside, swing and a miss by Tolbert, 0-1.
Way to stay away right there. You know he's going to come up swinging, trying to force the hand of Tarek Skubal. But we got Tolbert coming up, 642 OPS on the season. You got to be able to take advantage.
0-1 here on Tolbert. Tarek Skubal looks into Jake Rogers, delivers the ball, top of the zone, 96, hit right at Kerry Carpenter in right field. Skubal gets out of a mini jam there, strands 2 men on in the bottom of the second.
They are firing off on Tarek Skubal. That one was a little bit scary. Thank God, right at the right fielder. Like, that's their 9-hitter, 8 8-hitter had contact down the right field line. Obviously, the walk there. You want to make them beat you, especially later in the lineup. You got to be careful with the guys up front with Perez, Witt, Pascantino. But right there, it's rare to see Tarek Skubal in that form in the second, but he got out of it. No damage done. Time for the Tigers to pick up their ace right now, Spenny.
Absolutely. You don't see that very often from Tarek Skubal, just missing in the zone for an entire at-bat. That was 4 missed pitches in a row. That was shaky. But like you said, he got out of it. They stranded 2, and now it's still 0-0. The Tigers need to go up there and get some hits against Michael Wacha, who I know it's only through 2 innings, has looked better than Tarek Skubal so far today. The Tigers need to get some damage done on Michael Wacha, string some hits together, give Tarek Skubal an extended little rest on the bench, and get some runs across the board.
Yeah, it's time for this Detroit Tigers team to wake up offensively. Michael Wacha has been able to dial it in here. We've seen the changeup. We've seen the curveballs. They're trying to keep the Detroit Tigers hitters off balance early. If I'm the Tigers, I'm sitting first pitch curveball, especially some of those bigger hitters up there. They've been trying to keep them off balance. So if you can tee up one of these 75-mile-per-hour curveballs with tremendous break on it, but if he leaves it over the heart of the plate, we need to do damage on the baseball. This Detroit Tigers team was able to come up with any big hit last night. You're going to need to see them pick up their ace today, as he was able to get out of the inning, stranding 2 runners. Michael Wacha, I was thinking if he keeps wanting to throw these early breaking balls, you got to be able to sit on it and really do damage to that baseball.
Absolutely. He's been locating his pitches very well in this one so far. That's Michael Wacha of the Kansas City Royals. Welcome back to the live watch party here for the Detroit Tigers versus Kansas City Royals. I'm Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We've got Birdie in the booth, and Michael Wacha misses there to Jake Rogers high with a slider. 1-0 in the top of the third. Tigers and Kansas City Royals still scoreless. Michael Wacha on the mound here. Jake Rogers at the plate. The 1-0 pitch from Wacha over the middle, pulled up nicely, and a strike on a slider. 1-1 count.
Yeah, Wacha's dialed in. We got Raj hitting 188, 615 OPS. Only played in 41 games.
He is the true and total backup now to Dylan Dingler as he takes a cutter there for a called strike, 1-2. But Dylan Dingler is the Tigers' catcher. He's the catcher of the present. He's going to be the catcher of the future. And Jake Rogers, we just need something out of him. If he could sprinkle a hit in today, I'm happy. 1-2, he grounds it to the left side of the infield. Play made by Bobby Witt. Throw over there to just get Jake Rogers by a step. 1 out here for Michael Wacha as he continues to impress.
Yeah, wrong guy to hit the ball to. If you're obviously Jake Rogers is known for his speed. He can chop those little legs for a
he moves pretty good for
a catcher. I think it just looks faster because he's chopping those legs so hard, Spencer.
Honestly, yeah, it's all in the process.
Maybe a little bit of a Prince Fielder syndrome on that, but
Trey Sweeney at the plate. Michael Wacha with the first pitch drops in another slow curveball there. That has been a good pitch for him so far. 0-1 on Trey Sweeney.
And Trey Sweeney here hitting 209. We talked about this. I still order a pizza for you guys because Trey Sweeney did not have a higher average than Javier Baez this season.
No.
Which, I mean.
They called me a madman, Nick.
They did. They also called me a madman saying Dylan Dingler would take the starting catching role and
that
run
is true.
with it. Obviously, there was a little bit of an injury, but I think he still would have taken it either way. And Dylan Dingler has a 3 WAR already this season, looking really good. He had a few hits last night. Great defense from Dylan Dingler. But this is Trey Sweeney in a 209 situation. He's played shortstop for this team. He truly needs to step up because there are guys in the system that are itching to get called up, hopefully, for a playoff run, even if the GM of the Detroit Tigers spoke like it's an extreme long shot, even if Kevin McGonigal could get up here.
Absolutely, and Trey Sweeney swings under a high fastball, 95 from Michael Wacha there at the top of the zone, and he gets the strikeout. 2 outs, nobody on still. Top of the third, Tigers and Royals tied at 0. This is the Woodward Sports Live watch party for the Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter. Smash that like button and subscribe. Shout out to our guy Birdie in the booth. Tigers here looking to get some hits on Michael Wacha. He delivers a strike. Start of the lineup again, Colt Keith here. Saw 3 pitches and struck out the first inning, and now he's down 0-1 again here to Michael Wacha. He's working fast. The 0-1 from Michael Wacha. Colt swings at a strike and fouls it back 0-2 on the lefty for the Tigers. Michael Wacha might have another 3-pitch strikeout of Colt Keith.
Yeah, Colt Keith needs to step his shit up right now. I'll tell you that, Spencer. Come on, Colt, dial it in.
Let's see what Colt Keith can do here. He swings and pokes one to left field. Just had to get that. It was a strike. He had to swing at it. Some weak contact, easy pop out. Michael Wacha goes 1-2-3 on the Tigers again.
Looks like one team wants to be there today, Spencer, and it looks like one's trying to get out of town on this road trip. That's what it looks like right now. These at-bats aren't good. Michael Wacha's dialed in. Tarek Skubal not as sharp. Tigers need to really wake up. But talking about that shortstop, Birdie, is there any way we could get that second video of one of the top prospects in the Detroit Tigers organization for the Detroit Tigers in a second here.
Hey, Birdie, can we got a video of McGonigal in there?
Yeah.
Kevin McGonigal, the Detroit Tigers superstar prospect.
The second one that was put in. This was last night as Kevin McGonigal is just crushing at Erie.
Yeah, I want to see this kid as a September call-up. I really do. Kevin McGonigal, the lefty there.
Bases loaded.
Another just finds the hole, gets the single, bases loaded, scores a couple. Clears them? They cleared him?
Clears them. Max Clark scoring from first on a single from Kevin McGonigal. So wanted to highlight a couple of the guys there that are some of the best prospects in baseball. Kevin McGonigal being the top guy in my eyes. And he had 3 RBIs last night just on that one play. Kevin McGonigal, great piece of hitting, staying up the middle, and that's what he does so well. And I want him to do that for this Detroit Tigers team this year, Spenny, because God damn it, they need it.
Yeah, they do.
They truly do. I don't want to see Trey Sweeney striking out on 3 pitches again.
Dude, you know how I feel about Trey Sweeney. I did not fall for the hype of Trey Sweeney last year. He's a big kid. He looks like he could be something. He's a 4A guy. So I like seeing Kevin McGonigal having hits like that. Like you said, clutch situations, bases loaded, need it. And then obviously Max Clark, when he gets up, I don't think Tigers fans are ready for what these 2 prospects are going to bring. Kevin McGonigal is arguably the best pure hitting prospect in the MLB. Max Clark, his speed and his throwing arm in the outfield are going to be 2 factors that the Detroit Tigers do not have on their team right now. Skubal with a quick 0-1 pitch there, top of the Kansas City lineup. 0-1 here, misses with the 4-seamer inside, 1-1 on Garcia. Still nothing. Tigers, Kansas City Royals, bottom of the 3rd. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff, our Detroit Tigers beat reporter. 1-1 pitch here from Tarek Skubal. Hit to third base, fair ball. Zach McKinstry can't get it. It gets into the corner. Garcia is going to cruise into second with a double. Riley Green gets it in there. Nobody out. Man on second. Skubal's going to have to work out of a jam again.
Tough one here for the boys. I mean, you just get the leadoff guy on there, and then you're going to have to go up against Bobby Witt. Now you got to pitch to him, that's for sure. Well, they do have first out, but there's 0 outs. You got to be careful here. Bobby Witt Jr. looks like he's in place to take over the 2nd game in a row for the Kansas City Royals going up against this Tiger team who have not been helping out their pitcher whatsoever. Pressure's been on him all game.
Superstar Bobby Witt up at the plate. Tarek Skubal on the rubber, delivers the first pitch, 95. Bobby Witt gives it a swing, but Wenzel runs it down in the outfield. Wenzel's got the best arm out there, but still the runner advances to third base. Bobby Witt does his job, moves the runner to third.
And this is what we talked about last night, a situation where the Tigers weren't able to come up with a run. This is where the Kansas City Royals, we've seen them and their good at-bats, their contact, being able to get the ball to the outfield. This is where it makes a difference. You saw Sweeney and Ibanez not able to come up with the big hit last night. This is a spot where if you can scratch off across 1 run against Tarek Skubal, it's definitely a success, and Pasquantino is a guy to do so.
Absolutely. Tarek Skubal could use a big strikeout here. Great first pitch there, sinker 96. Gets in the zone, 0-1 on Pasquantino. A strikeout here would be huge for Tarek Skubal. You've got a man on third, one out for the Kansas City Royals. Tarek Skubal got Bobby Witt to pop out, but he did move the runner forward, and now he's 0-2 on Pascantino. Shout out to Nitty Gritty in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, shout out to everyone at WSN living out of state. You guys are my way of staying connected to Detroit and brighten my day, which I really needed today, so thank you guys. Thank you, Nitty Gritty, for tuning in to the Woodward Sports Tigers live stream. We appreciate you, brother. Spencer Raxter, Nick Kohloff, shout out Birdie in the booth. Skubal having some pitch comm issues here. 0-2 on Pascantino. Biggest at bat of the day so far. Need a strikeout here from your Hoss.
Yeah. Would be big-time momentum if they can strand this runner at third. And like we talked about, he's having some issues right now with that pitch comm. They're definitely counting it as a
mound visit
now with Jake Rogers going out to talk to their ace, the big Hoss. This is Hoss-on-Hoss battle right now.
Yeah, it is.
Pascantino, big lefty. He was able to bloop that one into left field last time out. You really need to see Skubal dial it in because the Tigers haven't been able to score big runs. Pressure is always going to be on Skubal, and it is unfair, but it's just the name of the game, being one of the top pitchers in the league.
Let's see what he does here. Still seems to be having issues with that pitch comm. I don't know if it's just a loud Sunday in Kansas City or something's going on there. 0-2 on Vinny Pascantino, a man on third for the Royals. Tarek Skubal on the mound. He looks in, he kicks the leg up, he delivers, and he strikes him out. 98 miles an hour on the black. Pascantino swings through it.
That's what it's all about. Tarek Skubal battling him left on left, gets the big out. Exactly what you needed to see from the Detroit Tigers ace to get Pascantino fastball on the outside part of the plate. Love to see it from Tarek Skubal. Pascantino looked late, possibly sitting changeup there, Spenny. Fastball got right by him.
Huge strikeout for Tarek Skubal there. Now you got 2 men out, 1 man on. Salvador Perez in the box. First pitch from Skubal. Breaks Salvi's bat right to Sweeney. He delivers it to Torque. They get out of it. Run stranded. Skubal with 2 huge pitches.
Let's go. That's what it's all about. Strands the runner on third. Bobby Witt did his job, but Pascantino failed to do his as he struck out on 3 straight. Then you get Salvador Perez. If this doesn't bode well for this Detroit Tigers team and getting them some momentum, I don't know what will. Can these bats wake up?
Bats need to wake up here. Tarek Skubal made some great pitches to get out of that inning without allowing a run. He is that dude. Great pitch to strike out Pascantino and then saws off Salvador Perez and gets him on a weak ground ball. Tigers bats need to come alive to give their ace some run here. And Michael Wacha's not this good. We cannot keep making Michael Wacha look this good. He deals against the Tigers. He always does for some reason. But we need to go out there and we need to touch him. No Diddy.
No Diddy. And one guy that's always going to touch up pitchers is Gleyber Torres, this all-star second baseman for the Tigers. I am expecting a really good at-bat from the Detroit Tigers second baseman to get on base. For a guy like Kerry Carpenter, a guy like Riley Green, if you can get Torres on base, you get the big dogs behind him to come up big with hopefully a runner in scoring position. That's what I'm looking out for in this half inning. The Detroit Tigers, if they are going to score today, it's got to be from the big dogs, and I think it starts with Gleyber Torres, Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green right here.
Absolutely. Now, with already one time through the Detroit Tigers lineup, they've seen what Michael Wacha is offering today. I would not be surprised to see Gleyber Torres sitting on one of those slow lollipop curveballs, waiting for it to get deep in the zone and poking it out to center field. He's very good with his contact. I think we see him sitting curveball. If he gets one from Wacha, I could see him poking it out to center field.
Would love to see it from Gleyber Torres. I don't know if you are going to fool him on those slow curveballs that Wacha has been throwing early, keeping hitters off balance. As you see the Detroit Tigers, Skubal's given up 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Wacha, 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 Ks. So
pitchers duel so far for Wacha and Skubal. They are combined 21 of 23 on first pitch strikes. It is now the top of the 4th. Michael Wacha back on the mound. Gleyber Torres in the box for the Tigers. 0-0 game in Kansas City. First pitch, Gleyber does not swing. He wanted to. He stays back. 1-0. Good job of keeping that swing still.
He loves that fake swing, honestly.
Didn't go on that one again, but Michael Wacha makes a better pitch, drops the slider in at the top of the zone, evens up the count 1-1 on Gleyber Torres. 34 pitches on the day for the Kansas City right-hander. He delivers another 1-1 pitch, and he gets a strike there on the slider. I think Gleyber's sitting on that curveball. I think he is. He's wanted to swing at the slider.
Yeah.
Let's see what Michael Wacha does here. 1 and 2. He throws a fastball, 94 sinker at the top of the zone, does not get the call. 2-2 here. A good at bat for Gleyber Torres. He works it even. Let's see if he can get it in his favor. Michael Wacha delivers the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, and he swings lazily at the slider. He didn't want to go. It was outside of the zone, but that was a great pitch by Michael Wacha.
Great pitch. Torres is better than that, though. He was not seeing that slider great in this at-bat, and that was a phenomenal pitch. You rarely see Torres flail like that, and that was just not what you want to see to start the inning. It was a good at-bat, but unable to come up with the big hit there as Carey steps into the box.
Carey ropes the first pitch from Michael Wacha. A changeup in the middle of the zone, just yanks it foul. 0-1 for the Tigers slugger here. We need to see them get some guys on the base and get some pressure on Michael Wacha. He is too calm up there. He hasn't had to work out of any kind of frustration. He's just been clean innings so far, and Kerry Carpenter gives him another quick out with a mile-high pop-up to left field.
This Detroit Tigers team on this road trip has been so infuriating. This sucks. These at-bats are garbage. What are we doing
That
here?
was a bad at-bat by Kerry Carpenter. Two bad swings. I don't hate Gleyber's at-bat. He just got fooled on the slider.
Yeah.
That was a bad at-bat by Kerry Carpenter.
Last day in Sacramento when the Tigers got shut out by Oakland. They had put up 1 run last night.
Riley Green swings at the first pitch, and he fouls it back 0-1.
Middle, four-seam fastball. Riley has to put that ball deep. You just missed that fastball there. But if he is going to make the mistake, you got to take advantage of it. And that's what this team has been struggling at the past 2 games and the past 3 or 4 games, for that matter.
Great eye there by Riley Green to lay off that one. That's a pitch that he likes to swing at, but he stays fair, and it is 1-1 now. Count evened up. 2 outs, top of the 4th here for Michael Wacha. He delivers the 1-1 pitch to Riley Green, throws a changeup in the dirt. Riley isn't fishing. 2-1 for the Tigers All-Star.
Great spot for Riley Green. He has hit 29 home runs against right-handed pitching this year, 77 RBIs, and a 924 OPS, none bigger than this run right now.
2-1 pitch from Michael Wacha inside. Riley swings at it, hacks it foul, 2-2. Let's see if Riley could stay alive here. You'd love to see him put a charge into one, but as of right now, I just want to see him get on base to keep the chain moving because Michael Wacha is pitching with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, crazy amount of confidence. That over-under is sitting at 7 runs right now. Under is screaming at you. 2-2
pitch to Riley Green. He swings at it. He just misses it, pops it up to center field. Lazy fly ball. Garcia has it, I believe. He makes the play in center field. Tigers 1-2-3 again to Michael Wacha.
We need to light some candles, do some seance,
seance.
something. What is going on, boys? What are we doing here? We're making Michael Wacha look like prime Zach Greinke right now. This is not what I wanted to see out of the Detroit Tigers. After a very slow game last night, you come into today with your ace on the mound. You got to be feeling good about this matchup. And the fellas are struggling in the batter's box. You got on base 1 time with Riley Green's first hit. Everybody else is looking very pedestrian right now. This is a tough spot to be in for the Detroit Tigers right now. And it's tough to watch here, honestly, Spenny.
It really is. Skubal about to come back to the mound for the bottom of the 4th. Still a 0-0 game for the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals here on Woodward Sports. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We got Birdie in the booth. Tigers bats being mowed down by Michael Wacha so far in this one. Only 1 hit. For the Detroit Tigers so far, and it was a bloop single by Riley Green. They need more contact. They need better at-bats, but they've got their hoss coming back to the mound on the bottom of the 4th. We saw him make some great pitches to get out of a jam in the 3rd inning. What do you expect from Tarik Skubal?
I'm expecting the quick inning to hit right here. This is it. This is what he needs to do. He's had a battle the last couple, so a quick inning, efficient inning, around 10 pitches would be phenomenal for Tarik Skubal moving forward. Shout out Dominic Valente in the chat. Riley Dinger incoming. Just missed it. Yeah, he got him inside on that one. But, yeah.
It's where teams pitch Riley Green. They know he likes to swing at those inside balls. If he gets a hold of it, he can hit it 470 feet. But if he doesn't, it's not going very far.
Exactly. So, like to see Tarik Skubal here at really bounce back battle. They're looking into that big at-bat that he had with Grichuk. when that slider was really working for him.
Yeah, just a nasty pitch there by Tarek Skubal to get the strikeout on Grichuk. He came back from, I believe, a 2-1 count to end up striking him out. Let's see what he does here. Still seems to be having issues with the pitch comm, but Detroit Tigers ace Tarek Skubal on the mound at the bottom of the fourth. First pitch drops in a changeup too low to get the call there to Grichuk. 1-0 here against the 5-hole hitter for the Kansas City Chiefs. Skubal looking to work fast again. The 1-0 pitch. Throws it high, does not get the swing, does not get the call. 97 top of the zone, 2-0 on Grichuk.
Shout out Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat. Where the super chat, relax. It's 0-0 ... for now.
For now, it's true. Skubal has looked good. 2-0 pitch. Low again. 3-0 here on Grichuk. Let's see if Skubal can claw out of this one. Can't make a mistake here. But you got to throw something in the zone. Can't walk the first batter of the inning. Skubal, 3-0 pitch to Grichuk. He throws the right leg up, delivers the ball right down the middle, 3-1.
Not doing any favors for his pitch count here, Spenny.
No, he is not.
You haven't seen Skubal truly do this. He already walked a guy today. He went down 3-0 to Grichuk. It's just kind of rare to see here.
Might be in his own head a little bit. The 3-1 pitch from Tarek Skubal, 97 down the heart of the plate. He fouls it away. 3-2. Claw back, get the strikeout, Skubal. Let's see it here.
Love to see it. The strikeout would be big. Would you go back to that slider, or are you trying to stay in the zone?
I'm staying in the zone. I'm putting 100 right down the middle. Skubal with the pitch, and he does get the changeup. Perfect pitch. Grichuk swings through it. Skubal fights back from a 3-0 hole to get the strikeout.
Let's go. Third K of the day, if I'm not mistaken, and
That's a great pitch, man.
Keeping it rocking, and that was right on the zone, too. I think he gets that call even if he lays off of it. But a beautiful, beautiful changeup from Tarek Skubal, and that is one of the best pitches in baseball.
Great receiving on that one from Jake Rogers as Skubal goes first pitch, knuckle curve, and he puts it in there for a strike to Lofton. All right, I like that. Now he's feeling himself a little bit. 0-1 pitch, another changeup, just missed off the plate, and Lofton wanted to swing at it, but he held back. 1-1, that was a good pitch.
Love that first pitch knuckle curve, taking a page out of Michael Waka's book, getting ahead of the hitter.
Absolutely. 1-1 pitch here from Tarek Skubal. He kicks the right leg up. He throws the ball, and it's 97 on the black. Perfect pitch, 1-2.
Setting up the back-to-back Ks here. I'm going back to that filthy changeup that he was able to get Grichuk with swinging. Skubal was ready to start fast, goes back to the bump. Looking to get that second consecutive changeup or strikeout here.
I'm looking for that slider into the righty across the zone. 1-2 pitch here for Tarek Skubal. The big leg kick delivers to the plate. 97 sinker, top of the zone, strikes him out. Let's go. Tarek's locked in now, baby.
Locked and loaded. It looks like he's truly feeling himself. He had missed big on a few of those pitches in the third inning. Looks like that fastball is riding high to go along with that knockdown changeup. We got, who is it here stepping up? Is it
Maley.
Maley going up. Tarek Skubal looking to strike out the side here in the fourth inning.
Tarek Skubal walked Maley in his first at bat, and he goes to the well with the knuckle curve again. And he gets a nice foul ball. This is where Skubal really punishes people. When he's getting ahead of hitters, first pitch strikes, then he can just pump so many different pitches in there for strikes and bury people fast. Let's see what he does here. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth, 0-1 pitch. He gets the call. There you go, Blue.
Let's go.
0-2 for Tarek Skubal.
Oh, yeah, right on the corner.
Kisses the top corner. Healthy call there for Tarek Skubal. You know he likes to see that. 0-2 pitch. And he man.
Come on, baby.
Foul tip, stay alive. Jake couldn't catch that one. Nasty changeup out there. Still 0-2 here.
0-2, trying to strike out the side. Tarek Skubal trying to solidify himself as that Cy Young winner. Back-to-back, crochets on his tail. Let's see him close this inning out here.
0-2 pitch for Tarek Skubal on Maley. Chopper over to Zach McKinstry. He makes the play, delivers it to Torkelson. 1-2-3 inning for Tarek Skubal after going down 3-0 to the first hitter. You love to see that from your hoss.
Love to see it. Tarek Skubal bounces back. No runners on base in this inning. 1-2-3. Great job by Tarek Skubal to get back into the zone here. He had a little bit of command issues in that third inning, but in the fourth, he was absolutely dialed in right there. So he's sitting with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits through 4 innings. Still has a good chance to get to that 8, Spenny.
Yeah, you're going to need him to. 0-0 game here still for the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. Michael Wacha, and Tarek Skubal both putting on masterful performances, Jesus, so far in this one. You love to see it. You love to see Tarek Skubal have the quick inning when it looked like it might give him some issues. Like I said, he fell down 3-0 to the first hitter, came back with the strikeout, gets another strikeout after that, and then just attacks Miley and gets the ground out. Skubal back in the zone.
Love to see it from Tarek Skubal. We got a couple guys in here. Nick, you watch the Tigers like me. Every pitch or pop out, I want to crash out. Agreed. That is baseball for you, and it's just gearing up for playoff baseball. And then we had, boys, both Childs and Underwood looked good. I agree. Spenny, any thoughts on Childs in his first game as a Spartan?
I liked what I saw out of
Yeah.
Aiden Childs in that game. He went out there. He made better decisions. Obviously, the second half didn't look as good as the first half, but I like to see Aiden Childs going out there and making the right decisions, not throwing down the field into double coverage. He tucked the ball a couple times. He made some good reads and some checkdowns. That's what you need to see out of him. You saw the talent last year. You saw the athleticism. He just needs the decision-making.
Exactly. Childs has everything to be a very successful quarterback in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And he has the athleticism to go with it. I believe Childs, if he can really dial in the turnovers this year, he's going to lead state to where they want to be, which is around 8 wins this season. I think they could get there. Obviously, you got to do it against better competition, just like the Wolverines and Bryce Underwood. We can get to after next break.
Absolutely. We'll get into Bryce Underwood's debut for Michigan in the break, but Michael Wacha is back on the mound now, and he delivers the first pitch to Spencer Torkelson. Misses inside, 1-0. Top of the fifth here, 0-0 Tigers and Kansas City Royals. This is the watch party for the series finale. Wacha delivers a slider right there to even up the count, 1-1. This has been a pitching duel so far. Tarek Skubal, Michael Wacha, both throwing some very, very good stuff today on this Sunday afternoon of Labor Day weekend. The 1-1 pitch outside. Torkelson lays off 2-1. Michael Wacha is trying to make some quick work here and really speed up the way he's pitching. Now he's in a hole a little bit to Spencer Torkelson. 2-1. He's going to have to give him a good pitch to hit.
Torque over in the series. No better time to show up and show out than right now to get the Detroit Tigers on the board.
Nice take there on that slow curveball. Oh, that was a changeup at the top of the zone that missed.
Wonky-looking
changeup. 3-1 here to Spencer Torkelson. Is he swinging? Looks like they're going to get him to chase. He did throw him a strike. Torque had to swing at it. He missed it. 3-2 now on the Tigers slugger.
Even just getting a base runner here could be big. You got Perez and McKinstry coming up after Spencer Torkelson. We could play a little bit of small ball here, but we got to get base runners to do so. Can Spencer Torkelson get on base and trust his eye here?
Scoreless game, top of the fifth. Michael Wacha, the 3-2 pitch. He loses Spencer Torkelson, and he draws a walk to start the inning. Like you said, Nick, good thing there to get a base runner, get Michael Wacha sweating a little bit. He's been very comfortable in this one. Torque gets on. Hopefully we can get a hit here from Wenzel and keep it going.
Exactly. Great eye there from Spencer Torkelson. Like I said, he's struggled this series so far, but what do you do the last game to win the series? You get on base. You trust your eye. Good to see from Torque.
Michael Wacha with the first pitch here to Wenzel Perez after the walk to Torkelson. Drops in one of those slow curveballs in the strike zone. That's a good pitch.
Nasty pitch.
0-1 here on Wenzel.
None of these hitters are sitting on that curveball pitch one.
No.
They are just truly not. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see, 0-1 here from Michael Wacha. Wenzel dips down and pops it up, trying to find some grass. Ooh, Bobby Wood almost collided there with the second baseman, but he makes the catch, and Wenzel pops out to shallow center field. Torkelson still on first base.
Not a comfortable looking swing either, for that matter. Wenzel went down to get that one. That ball was out of the zone, very low. He just flicked his wrist at that one. It
Look
looked
at the
like
flick of that
not
wrist.
looking to do any damage to that baseball, as Zach McKinstry, fire up chips, is going to have to get something going.
Let's see if Z-Mac can put a charge into one, find a gap, and maybe score Torkelson from first base. Michael Wacha here, one out, top of the fifth, one man on, delivers the pitch, gets the call.
Don't give him that call!
Gets the call at the top of the zone. 0-1 here on Zach McKinstry.
That was a ball!
That was a ball. One man on, one man out, top of the fifth. Michael Wacha delivers the 0-1 pitch to Zach McKinstry, and it is one of those slow curveballs. Zach swung at it and popped it out.
sitting middle. That pitch must have some ridiculous break when you're in that batter's box looking to do damage on it, because none of these Tigers can seem to hit that ball.
Yeah, that is just absolutely nasty to drop a 75-mile-per-hour curveball middle like that and get that kind of swing out of it. 0-2 here, 1 man on, 1 man out. Michael Wacha up at the eyeball. Zach doesn't swing under it, 1-2.
Shout out everybody in the Woodward Sports Chat. Make sure you guys smash that like button on your way, and go Tigers. McKinstry 1-2 count here as we're trying to get the first run of the game for the Detroit Tigers.
Still a scoreless game, top of the fifth. Michael Wacha 1-2 pitch to Zach McKinstry.
Oh, yeah.
McKinstry puts a charge into it, bloops it over Bobby Witt's head. Torkelson going first to third on the single, and now the Tigers have some business. 1 man on, 2 men on, 1 out, and you've got Trey Sweeney coming to the plate, I believe. Jake Rogers coming to the plate here with 2 men on against Michael Wacha.
Not extremely confident in Jake Rogers in this spot.
Do we get a pinch hit here?
Zach McKinstry, great inside-out hitting from the lefty there to get Spencer Torkelson over to third. Now, this is exactly what I talked about last night, time and time again.
Yeah.
Can Jake Rogers just hit a deep fly to center field?
That's all you need to do. That will score
all we
Torkelson from first base. We'll see what happens with Jake Rogers up here, 0-1 against Michael Wacha. Top of the fifth, 2 men on, 1 man out. Tigers putting pressure on the Royals starter. First ball is low, 1-0 on Jake Rogers.
You have to watch out for the low changeup. He's going to try to turn you over to that double play ball to shortstop. Watch out for the changeup low. Got to find a way to get this ball in the air if you're Jake Rogers.
Watch out for Zach McKinstry on the base pass, trying to do anything to avoid that double play, getting a big lead here on Michael Wacha. We haven't seen anybody really test him because he hasn't had a lot of base runners on. So we'll see if Zach McKinstry could do something.
I'm with you, and I think if he does throw that changeup or even the curveball, great pitches to run on if you're Zach McKinstry.
I would run on that curveball all day. Ooh, Jake Rogers just missed a cutter in the middle of the zone and fouled it straight back. 1-2 here, 2 men on, 1 out in the top of the fifth for the Detroit Tigers.
That was the one there, Spenny. You can't miss that pitch if you're Raj. Middle, you're a professional hitter. I know the average isn't there, but you know the situation, Raj. Come on, got to step up right now.
1-2 on the Tigers catcher, top of the fifth, 2 men on, 1 man out. High ball there from Michael Wacha, overthrew the four-seamer, and Jake Rogers stayed down. 2-2 for the Tigers catcher.
2-2 money line looking great right now for the live bet. -172 as the Tigers are favorites, but we got Raj up. He's got to get this runner home. McKinstry, big lead off first.
Got to put a ball in the air here for Jake Rogers, and he does that. Swings on one, deep center field, going back to the wall, gets down. Jake Rogers, deep center field. That's going to score Torkelson. That's going to score McKinstry from first. Jake Rogers cruising into third with a triple. There you go. Tigers got 2 on the board, baby.
Let's go, baby! Detroit Tigers, Jake Rogers puts a charge into center field, and the triple for the Tigers catcher. Torkelson scores, Zach McKinstry scores. Tigers waking up here in the top of the fifth to give their Detroit Tigers ace a big-time lead.
Needed someone to hit a big swing, and it was Jake Rogers who takes him to the deepest part of the ballpark. The center fielder for the Royals really confused on that one. Rogers scampering around with a stand-up triple and scores 2 on Michael Wacha. That's what you like to see for the Detroit Tigers, baby.
Love to see it there. Are you sending Raj?
I'm sending Raj. Test the arm. Rogers. Oh, they held him back. He probably would have got killed at the plate.
Yeah. I look deeper off the bat right there.
Pop out there from Trey Sweeney. 2 outs for the Tigers. Jake Rogers still on third base, but man, the damage was done.
Let's go.
Big triple by there. 3s and a tongue out for Jake Rogers. Oh, man,
Rod.
you love to see it. Needed a big swing. Michael Wacha was cruising. Your veteran, the only piece that you have left from your super team being traded away. Jake Rogers comes through with a big triple.
Shout out Raj right there. And like we said, he's scampering around the base pass with his legs. He's turning them hard. He got the triple right there. Colt Keith, ball 1 outside. My bad there, Spenny. This is where Colt to really put the exclamation point. Big spot for Colt Keith. So forget about the last 7 at-bats that he's been a part of. Time to get a big hit right here.
Absolutely. Big at-bat for Colt Keith with a man on third, 2 outs. 2-0 for Colt Keith. You can't miss again against this guy. Colt Keith, when he gets his hips turned, when he gets those big arms extended, he can hit that thing a long way. So let's see if Michael Wacha gives him a pitch to hit here, 2-0 with a man on third and 2 outs on the top of the fifth. There's the pitch. Colt swings at it. He did have a pitch to hit, but he just pulled it foul. 2-1. Tigers up 2-0 here on the Kansas City Royals after a triple from Jake Rogers that scored Zach McKinstry and Spencer Torkelson. Michael Wacha really feeling it now. The pressure is on in this inning. He has crumbled a little bit. 2-0. Jake Rogers on third. 2 outs. 2-1, Colt Keith in the box. Michael Wacha leans over, calls in the sign, looks at Jake Rogers, delivers the pitch to Colt Keith, 2-1, and he swings on it, hits it into center field. It's going back. It's at the wall. That's going to score Jake Rogers easily. Colt Keith will get into second base, and we have back-to-back extra base hits. Well, not back-to-back, but 2 extra base hits for the Detroit Tigers. Colt Keith with an RBI double.
Bone saw baby. 21st double of the year for Colt Keith as the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in Kansas City on the third game of this series. As the Tigers are looking to win this one, Scooble on the mound. Colt Keith put a drive into that baseball, deep right center field. Love to see it from the Detroit Tigers leadoff hitter. You know what he did there, Spenny? He saw some pitches. He was able to cue in on the pitch that he wanted and do damage to that baseball. That's what Colt Keith is going to have to do if he wants to remain in that leadoff spot.
He got ahead in the count, and he made him pay. He got his arms extended and hit a ball to the deepest part of the ballpark. You love to see that. A 2 RBI triple for Jake Rogers, an RBI double for Colt Keith, and just like that, the Detroit Tigers are up 3-0 on the Kansas City Royals, still with a man on second base and 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Michael Wacha is getting eaten apart by this Tigers lineup.
Just a blow-up inning from Michael Wacha. You know what it started with? Spencer Torkelson.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal at-bat, drawing the walk, seeing, I believe it was 6 pitches in that at-bat. Great job by Torkelson to lead this team off, setting the table as Gleyber Torres steps in.
Michael Wacha looking down Gleyber Torres on the plate. Ooh, Gleyber wanted to go to the middle of the ballpark too. Big swing on the first pitch. 0-1 on the Tigers' second baseman. Colt Keith on second base after he hit an RBI double to score Jake Rogers, putting the Tigers up 3-0 on the Kansas City Royals. 1 man on, 2 outs. 0-1 pitch here from Wacha to Torres. Does not get the call at the top of the zone. 1-1.
Way to lay off that one if you're Torres. Obviously, that slider, the first pitch, was pretty damn nasty that Torres was trying to do damage to. But right here, even just a single should get Colt home.
Ooh, another great changeup there by Michael Wacha. Gleyber Torres wanted to send one that to the moon and swings through it. What up, though, everybody in the chat? Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. Tigers Live Watch Party here. Tigers up 3-0 in the fifth inning on the Kansas City Royals. Really tore up Michael Wacha. As Nick said, it started with a Spencer Torkelson walk. We had a Zach McKinstry single. Jake Rogers with a big triple for 2 RBIs, and then Colt Keith with an RBI double. And here we are, 1 man on, 2 outs, top of the fifth. Michael Wacha, 1-2 pitch to Gleyber Torres, way out of the zone, 2-2 as Colt Keith gets back in at second base.
Good job to lay off that one if you're Torres. Michael Wacha, I mean, he's got to have thrown 25-plus pitches, maybe closer to 30 in this inning. Torres, 2-2.
The 2-2 pitch here from Michael Wacha in the zone. Torres shoots it through the right side of the infield, and that will be enough to score Colt from second. Gleyber Torres with an RBI single. Tigers up 4-0.
And he does it with the best of them, Spenny. Last night you saw a great piece of hitting. The only RBI, only run scored, was on a Gleyber Torres single. Today, same thing, staying up the middle, going a little bit opposite field with this one from Torres. Your all-star second baseman, and this is what he does for the Detroit Tigers. I will never say it enough that we need to retain Gleyber Torres because he gives you a professional at-bat every single time out.
Yes.
I trust him. I trust his eye. And Michael Wacha gets pulled here in the fifth, Spenny.
The hook for the big righty. Michael Wacha does not survive the fifth inning as the Detroit Tigers have broken it up a little bit here. 4-0 lead. Lots of hits. Lots of extra base power. The Kansas City Royals are going to the bullpen. They're bringing in a lefty, so I believe A.J. Hinch is going to pull Kerry Carpenter here. Or do you give him this at bat? What are you doing with Kerry here? They pulled Michael Wacha. They're bringing in a lefty. 2 outs, 1 man on, 4-0 top of the fifth. Do you let Kerry swing the bat here?
I'm definitely letting Kerry swing the stick here. I for sure want to see Kerry get some more at-bats against left-handed pitchers. You got to see if he's going to be able to do it in the playoffs. Because if he's not, then you know that going into it. But you definitely need to give him more and more at-bats. This season, he only has 53 plate appearances against lefties. And you say, all right, the 200 average isn't good and the 586 OPS isn't good either. I still want to see a bigger sample size. This is a spot your team's up 4. If it was, a tie game, maybe you think about pulling him. But being up 4, I think you have to keep him in the game here. See what he can do against the reliever coming out for the Kansas City Royals.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Nick. You're looking at a team that is up 4 in the 5th inning with your Hoss on the mound. 2 outs, 1 man on. You did all your damage here. Let Kerry go up there and swing the bat. If he makes a mistake to Kerry Carpenter, he's not going to see that pitch again, and then you're up 6-0. I would let him get this at-bat against the lefty. I know Hinch likes to play the odds, but he needs these at-bats. He needs to get comfortable against left-handed pitching, because if this is the playoffs, I want Kerry Carpenter swinging that bat instead of Andy Ibanez.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Ibanez is on my hit list right now. I say that. I'm obviously joking.
Daniel Lynch in for the Kansas City Royals, 56 innings. Kerry Carpenter remains in the game against the lefty. 0-1 first pitch strike for Daniel Lynch, the 4th? Daniel Lynch, the 4th, on the mound here for the Kansas City Royals. Michael Wacha pulled in the 5th inning after the Tigers put up 4. Kerry swings at a pitch, dribbles it to the right side of the infield, and Daniel Lynch gets out of the inning. But the Tigers do damage, score 4 runs, drive Michael Wacha out of the game. Jake Rogers with a 2 RBI triple, Colt Keith with an RBI double, and Gleyber Torres with an RBI single. Tigers up 4-0 at the top, now going in to the bottom of the 5th.
Great to see from this Detroit Tigers offense. Finally wake up in Kansas City after the long drought of last night into the first 3 innings of this one, but they woke up, and that's what it's all about. Great job there by Gleyber Torres and Colt Keith after Jake Rogers' big triple. Could you capitalize and even do more damage? Instead of only being up 2, for them to be up 4 gives Tarek Skubal all that much more confidence to start attacking the zone early, and make them beat you. Don't beat yourself.
See a steady diet of fastballs from Tarek Skubal in the bottom of the 5th here. You're looking at what started this run, right? You brought up Spencer Torkelson drawing the walk. I think you go back even further than that into the other half inning when you had Tarek Skubal go up there. First batter, he goes down 3-0. Then he strikes him out, and he has the Kansas City Royals go 1-2-3 in that inning. And that really got the Tigers hitters going. They saw their ace was locked in. Torkelson with a great at-bat to start the inning, and then the rest is history. Tigers up 4-0 here. Bottom of the 5th about to start. Tarek Skubal coming back on the mound. Michael Wacha driven out of the game for the 4-run 5th inning. Man, you love to see it.
Love to see it. Tigers rolling here. Birdie, we actually got another clip of today. I showed one last night. We got another one of today from a top prospect in the system.
Still going? Boys are still hitting?
Boys are rolling.
I love it. We're hitting on all facets right now.
This was earlier this morning.
This is in Erie. Who's this?
Kevin McGonigal, after a 3 RBI night last night. Kevin McGonigal goes deep for, I believe it's the 9th home run this month, Spencer. Kevin McGonigal
for him?
Crushing for Kevin McGonigal.
Oh, my goodness.
He is just on an absolute tear. He basically has an 1,000 OPS this season in the minors as Skubal takes the mound here in the bottom of the 5th with a big lead.
Kevin McGonigal is the best prospect in baseball.
Agreed.
He is going to be an absolute gem. He is going to be the starting shortstop for the Detroit Tigers next season. Tarek Skubal gets a pop-up here, 1-0 on Michael Massey over to Riley Green for a quick out in the bottom of the 5th. You love to see that. Get these Tigers bats right back out there. Tarek Skubal working fast with a 4-0 lead on the Kansas City Royals in the bottom of the 5th. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the Woodward Sports Network. We've got Birdie in the booth with us. This is the live watch party for the Detroit Tigers versus Kansas City Royals on this Labor Day Sunday. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Woodward Sports. Tarek Skubal with the first pitch, change up in the dirt to Tolbert, 1-0 for the Tigers ace, already with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. You love to see Tarek Skubal working fast here. He's ready to go. His bats just got him a 4-0 lead, and he pumps a fastball that Tolbert fouls off to even up the count 1-1.
9-hitter here. You want to keep him off the bases. We saw Tolbert able to put a drive into one earlier this game to right field, so it looked like he was maybe a little bit late on it. I'd like to see him continue to try to throw that fastball in.
1-1 count here on the 9-hitter for the Royals. Tarek Skubal on the mound, bottom of the 5th, 1 out, 4-0 lead for the Detroit Tigers. The big left-hander kicks the leg up, delivers the ball to the plate, and it's a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that's popped up to right field. Kerry Carpenter will take care of it for the second out of the inning.
2 up, 2 down here in the 5th after getting a 4-run lead. Exactly what you wanted to see out of the Detroit Tigers ace. This is exactly what we were expecting here, Spencer. Pump in the zone with strikes, make them beat you, and they definitely aren't going to be able to do so. Garcia takes a plate. The number 1 hitter is 1 for 2.
If the Detroit Tigers give Tarek Skubal 4 runs, I'm feeling pretty damn good about their chances of victory any given day. The pitch here to Garcia is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Beautiful changeup, drops it in. 0-1 quickly on the leadoff hitter for the Kansas City Royals. Tarek Skubal taking no time. He's ready to go here. 0-1, delivers the pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. Quickly 0-2 to Garcia. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Tarek Skubal wants that ball back, and he wants this strikeout.
Needs it. I mean, I think we need it too, or at least I do. If he's going for that 8th strikeout to solidify that best bet and cash it, he's going to need this one right here, Spenny.
0-2 pitch for Tarek Skubal on Garcia. Throws it way in the dirt. Change up all the way. Bounces before the plate. 1-2 here. Tarek Skubal on the mound. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. I'm Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We got Birdie in the booth. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Woodward Sports. Tarek Skubal, 1-2 pitch to the leadoff hitter. He smacks it foul. 97-mile-per-hour four-seam right down the middle. Skubal's playing no bones about it. He wants to just put him away with the heat.
Yeah, 97, middle. I mean, kind of lucky.
Here it is, hit it.
Bobby Witt Jr. up there maybe would have been able to do some damage, but with Garcia right there, you saw that changeup in the dirt last time. If you can get that anywhere closer to the zone, might get the K.
97 right down the middle again from Tarek Skubal to Garcia. He is pumping the fastball in there, and he is making Garcia work. He's done a good job following off a couple of these pitches. Tarek Skubal's pitch count up to 68 pitches so far here in this one. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, 4-0 lead, 1-2 pitch, lined into left field by Garcia. It'll get to the wall. He'll probably get to second base on that one. Good piece of hitting there by the leadoff man for the Royals.
Good piece of hitting there. I'm not sure what Skubal was thinking. I think he lost a little bit of confidence in that changeup potentially because after he put that one in the dirt, he didn't throw it again. And that's his go-to pitch for that strikeout. He was pumping him inside with the fastball. I would have seen him like to change speeds from that fastball to that changeup low and away. But
Miguel Garcia just continues to kill the Tigers in this series. 4 for 10 with a couple bombs in this one. Tarek Skubal with the ever-worrisome Bobby Witt at the plate. Delivers first pitch 97 outside of the zone. 1-0 on the superstar shortstop for the Royals.
1-0. I mean, you got to be careful here to Bobby Witt. You do not want to put this game at a 2-4 game.
4-0 lead for Tarek Skubal. Bottom of the 5th. Man on second. 2 outs. Bobby Witt at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Bobby Witt pokes it foul. 87. That was a good changeup. Oh! And it stays in. And Torkelson gets it. Beautiful play by Spencer Torkelson to make sure he gets that one. Need that. If you drop balls like that against players like Bobby Witt, the next pitch normally comes back to hurt you. Torkelson gets out of the inning. Tigers leave the Royals scoreless 4-0.
And we have seen Spencer Torkelson miss that
exact same
time
play.
and time again where it has come back to bite them. This one, not so fast. Spencer Torkelson looks like he has been working on that backtrack, turning the shoulder, making the behind the shoulder catch right there. Love to see it from Spencer Torkelson. You're going to need to make those big type plays. Maybe that you're not expected to, but you need to make them come playoff time.
Yeah.
Against great hitters like you just talked about, Spenny. They're probably going to burn you if you let that one slip. Spencer Torkelson steps up and makes a big out.
And bail out your ace. Skubal with an easy 2 outs. Then he struggled a little bit. Wasn't looking great to start against Bobby Witt. You got to get that out for him to get out of the inning. Torkelson did exactly that. And now the red-hot Tigers bats, who just chased Michael Wacha out of the game in the 5th, come back. Tigers up 4-0 here. Top of the 6th inning. We are the live watch party on Woodward Sports for the Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. Make sure you smash that like button. Appreciate you guys joining us. Subscribe to the channel. He is Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network. I am Spencer Raxter, just some schmuck. And we got our guy Birdie in the booth. Make sure you smash that like button, especially because the Tigers are up 4-0 in the top of the sixth. Skubal gets out of that inning without any damage for the Detroit Tigers, and the bats are coming back to play against Lynch, who got out on Kerry Carpenter, the lefty in. Now we're going to see AJ get a little creative with these at-bats, start moving guys around. We'll see what happens here, but Royals will have Lynch on the mound for at least one more batter against the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, Lynch, the big lefty, he was able to get Kerry Carpenter out. Obviously, this was a lefty-stacked lineup the way they did it, going up against the righty pitcher. And let's see if the Detroit Tigers can come through and give their ace even some more help here. But I want to see him have good at-bats moving forward against the big lefty.
Shout out Logan Reaver. He's the new guy on the FanDuel broadcast.
How do you like him?
I like him. I think he's pretty funny. I think he has good rapport with Dirksen, Benetti, and Daniela already. I think he's a good addition. Johnny Kane obviously locking in for Pistons and different things like that.
I saw Reaver getting his first report with the pregame show in the press box beforehand when I was eating some food there, and he was a little bit nervous, but it looked like he was ready to get locked in, dialed in for his first ever report that he was going up for. So it looks like they do a great job with their pregame setup.
Oh, yeah, man, they're the best in the business. And shout out to him. Welcome to the team. It's going to be awesome to watch here. But Lynch back on the mound. He's got the 1-2 count on the Detroit Tigers. Superstar right fielder Riley Green. He is looking to do some more damage here. A hit already today for him. Top of the sixth. Tigers up 4-0. Riley Green does a good job not swinging at that blazing slider from Lynch across the zone. 2-2 even count here. Lynch working fast, ready to get the next pitch away. Here's the 2-2 to Riley Green, and he doesn't bite again. Full count on the left fielder for the Tigers.
Yeah, Daniel Lynch, 6'6" lefty. Obviously, great touch on that slider right there. Let's see if Riley can really lock in. This is a big spot. You want to see Riley get better at.
Here's the payoff pitch to Riley Green. He swings, and he drives one foul. Ooh, man, he got a good swing on that one, but pulled it foul.
So the splits aren't actually as crazy as I thought they'd be. Still gives up a 724 OPS to lefties and a 267 batting average. So it could be a spot to get Riley's numbers. It's a little bit better.
Ooh, great pitch there by Witt. Riley didn't pull on it, but it was a strike, and that is a strikeout for the Detroit Tigers left fielder. He doesn't like to call, but that was definitely a strike.
Definitely a strike there. You don't really see Riley battle with the umpires too often. He's out there to just try to do his job, do it well. But I kind of like to see some life out of these Tigers bats. Even if it wasn't a strike there, I kind of like to see them just still get into it a little bit. They trust their eyes. Spencer
Torkelson in the box here. Bad pitch there by Lynch. Knuckle curve that didn't break when it was supposed to break. But Spencer Torkelson started all of the damage against Michael Wacha in the fifth inning with a walk. He starts 1-0 here to Lynch. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Spencer Torkelson. Great pitch there. Knuckle curve drops it in there for a strike. Yeah, I was going to say.
And the same way that we talk about Riley Green, Colt Keith, and Kerry Carpenter doing damage against righties, Spencer Torkelson's here to do damage against a lefty.
Great eye there by Spencer Torkelson. A couple nice at-bats now for him back-to-back. Like I said, started it all in the fifth where they drove 4 across the plate against Michael Wacha and got out to this lead against the Kansas City Royals. 2-1 pitch here to Spencer Torkelson. He turns it over to third base. Strong throw across the infield to get him at first. 2 outs here. Lynch made some nice pitches so far.
Yeah, grounder right there for Torque. Don't like that, but he has a 967 OPS against the lefties. So Torkelson and Torres are going to be 2 crucial guys going forward. When this team does bring in lefties out of the bullpen, they're going to have to do damage against them.
Wencel Perez 0 for 2 in the left-handed batter's box, so let's see what he can do in the right-handed batter's box against Lynch. First pitch, low and away, 1-0 for Wencel Perez, taking his first at-bat right-handed today.
See if Perez can get something going here.
Lynch with the 1-0 pitch to Wencel Perez, swings through a knuckle curve, 1-1 here on the Tiger center fielder.
Would love to see a little 2-out rally here to give Tarek Skubal just a little bit more breathing room.
Shout out. Love some breathing room there. Yeah. Shout out to the lovely people of Birmingham, man. Birmingham in the summer. Yeah. Nothing like it. Wenzel Perez fixing the elbow pad here, going up against Lynch in the top of the 6th. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Wenzel Perez trying to keep the inning alive for the Detroit Tigers. The 1-2 pitch from Lynch is a fastball that Wenzel pokes into right field for his first hit of the day.
Take it 2.
Wenzel took a big turn at first, but will scamper back in with a single in the 6th inning for the Tigers.
Great piece of hitting on that righty-on-lefty matchup as he did get turned around. He goes the opposite field the same way Gleyber Torres was able to, right up that right center field gap, and didn't try to push the card too hard going for that double, but he sits in for the single, as I believe it is McKinstry still up against the lefty, which he surprisingly has a higher OPS against lefties than righties, Penny.
The big righty, Jonathan Bolin, warming up for the Royals in the pen. Zach McKinstry swings through the first slider from Lynch. 1 man on, 2 men out here in the top of the 6th for the Detroit Tigers, up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals here on this Sunday afternoon game in Kansas City. The 0-1 pinch from Lynch to McKinstry is low on the sinker, 1-1 on the Tigers' third baseman.
1-1 on Z-Mac, who had a great lefty on righty matchup against Waka last time. Got the single, got the guys to first or third in business. Let's see if he can come through here against the lefty this time around.
1-1 pitch here from Lynch on McKinstry. He does not go, wanted to swing, but held back 2-1 on a slider in the dirt.
Great job of hitting. Shout out Steve-O, baby, in the chat. What up, Nick and Spencer? Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Shout out to chat. Smash that like button. Send it to your friends, your mom, your grandma, grandpa, whoever likes baseball. We're rocking here throughout the rest of the game.
The 2-1 pinch from Lynch is outside. 3-1 here on Zach McKinstry. 2 men on, 1 man on, 2 men out, 1 man on in the top of the 6th. 4-0 lead for the Detroit Tigers. Wenzel Perez got on with a single. Zach McKinstry in a 3-1 count here against Lynch. And he swings and he delivers the ball to the left side of the infield for an easy out. Lynch gets out of a mini jam there with Wenzel Perez, strands him at first base. Tigers still up 4-0. Tarek Skubal going to come back out for the 6th inning.
Bottom of the 6th here as he gets past Quintino first. It's going to be crucial to get that first leadoff guy out. Do not give the Kansas City Royals any momentum in this game. You got to just keep dialing it in with strikes. If they're going to beat you, make them beat you in the zone. Do not start walking batters. Tarek Skubal has been great all season long at not doing that. So let's see if Skubal can remain dialed in right now as he has lowered his ERA today from a 2.28 to a 2.21 already to add to that beautiful Cy Young season, hopefully for a back-to-back, which would be quite special, honestly, as a Detroit Tiger.
Yeah, you love to see it. Shout out to Tarek Skubal out here having a good inning, having a good outing is what we needed to see out of him against this Kansas City Royals team, and so far he has delivered. Michael Wacha was dueling with him for a while, but the Tigers got to Michael Wacha in the top of the 5th, driving him out of the game and scoring their 4 runs with some big hits by Jake Rogers, Colt Keith, and Gleyber Torres. Detroit Tigers still up 4-0. Tarek Skubal still in this game in the bottom of the 6th. Scoreless are the Kansas City Royals. And the Tigers' defense helped out their ace a little bit in the last inning. Spencer Torkelson made a nice play on a foul ball to get him out of the inning.
Shout out Spencer Torkelson. He's going to need to be a better defender than he has been all year. He started this one out with that big running catch, but I still want to see him pick up a few more of those scoops when it turn in terms of balls in the dirt that come his way in the infield. I've seen him just come up short, and it seems like the ball's kind of flailing around him, and he's trying to find it sometimes. I want to see him just be a little bit more successful on his scoop rate at first base, helping out his infield. But obviously, his infield needs to stop throwing the ball in the damn dirt, helping out their first baseman as well.
Most certainly. Tiger of the day, Jimmy Outlaw. What a name. Played left field and third base for the Tigers from 43 to 49. Won the 45 World Series. Tarek Skubal still on the mound past Quintino. Looked like a swing there. They're going to say he went, I believe. It looked like, no, he did not go. He did not go. 1-0 here on Pasquantino. Bottom of the 6th. There's a swing.
Hey.
Can of corn to Wenzel Perez in center field. Struggled with it a little bit there, but he makes the
just
catch.
Like a little deer out there sometimes, I swear.
He likes to loaf.
He's just running in circles.
He's smiling at that one. He had it all the way. Quick out there in the bottom of the 6th. Tarek Skubal could get a couple more innings out of this game if he works quickly here.
Big
Still
time
only
stuff.
73 pitches.
Miami Beach Flamingos. Not sure what that's all about there. But, yeah, Tarek Skubal already back up there.
Ooh, good pitch there. Four-seamer,
didn't
top
want to
of
give
the
him
zone.
that call, though?
Didn't get the call on it that time. 1-0, though. You like that pitch from Tarek Skubal against Salvador Perez. Bottom of the 6th. Tigers up 4-0. 1 out. Skubal drops in a changeup there. 1-1 on Salvi.
Looks good for Tarek Skubal right there. Would love to see him pick up another K here. Keep that dream alive of getting 8 strikeouts. Tough to do so against this Kansas City Royals team, though.
Tigers ace, working fast, delivers the ball 97 outside. Salvi swipes at it but misses. 1-2 here on the future Hall of Famer for the Kansas City Royals. Detroit Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals in this final game of the series. Tarek Skubal on the mound. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Salvi gets a piece of it to stay alive, but that was a good pitch. Change up off the plate for Tarek Skubal.
Barely staying alive with that one. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It helps push out the stream to more people as Tarek Skubal lines up the 1-2.
1-2 pitch from the Tigers ace here to Salvador Perez. Swing and a pop up to center field. Wenzel Perez gets back on it, makes the out. 2 up, 2 down for the Kansas City Royals in the bottom of the 6th inning here, both to Wenzel Perez in center field. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Detroit Tigers beat reporter Nicholas Kohloff. We got Birdie in the booth. It's the live Tigers watch party here on Woodward Sports. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends to come in and watch this Skubal masterclass. Tigers up 4-0, bottom of the 6th, 2 men out, nobody on. Tarek Skubal delivers a knuckle curve that doesn't get into the zone. 1-0 here on Gerchik.
1-0 on Gerchik. Let's see if he can complete this K, but even if not, easy work of him would be great.
96 at the top of the zone that fouls off. 1-1 here for Tarek Skubal. Still only 80 pitches in this one, bottom of the 6th. You got to believe that he's coming back out if he gets the out here for the 7th inning.
For sure.
1-1 pitch. Ooh, great pitch by Tarek Skubal. Good job by the right fielder for the Kansas City Royals to not swing at that changeup because that was a nice one. 2-1 here on Gerchik.
Skubal loving this for the Detroit Tigers. 4-0 lead.
Just outside, 96-mile-per-hour fastball out of the zone. 3-1 for Tarek Skubal on the 5-hitter for the Royals. 0-2 for him today. Let's see if Skubal can get back in this inning. 3-1 pitch here from Tarek Skubal on the 5-man for the Royals is in there. Strike on the black, 97 four-seam fastball. Now you go strike him out.
Now you go, Cam. Let's go right now. Tarek Skubal, change up low and away. Swinging strike 3, hopefully.
Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch from Tarek Skubal. 98 miles an hour, four-seam fastball that Gerchik gets a piece of and spanks foul. Still 3-2 here, bottom of the 6th. Tigers up 4-0. We are the Woodward Sports Live Watch Party. Make sure you smash that like button. It is a nice day in Kansas City on this holiday weekend. Tarek Skubal rocking some sick cleats on the mound. The 3-2 pitch swung on and delivered. Zach McKinstry charging, makes a nice play. Tagged at first base by Spencer Torkelson for the final out of the inning. What a great play by the Tigers first baseman.
Great job right there. McKinstry got crossed up on that ridiculous bounce. He got that ball over to Torque early enough where he was able to tag him out, though. Great defense helping out the Tigers' ace. No strikeout, but you know what, Spenny? Doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
Skubal's rolling. Absolutely dialed in right now, shutting out the KC Royals, who were on fire at the end of last night.
Huge plays by the corner infielders there for the Detroit Tigers. Great read, quick hands on getting that hop from Zach McKinstry, and then Spencer Torkelson going out, receiving the throw, and getting the swipe tag on Gerchik going down the first base to get out of that inning. Great defensive play by both of those guys for the Detroit Tigers.
Love to see it right now for the Tigers to be up 4-0 in this game, and throughout all of the ups and downs of this season, the Detroit Tigers are still half game up on the Blue Jays for the best record in the American League.
Yes.
So although they have struggled a little bit as of late, getting swept by the Athletics, losing one last night to the Royals, this Detroit Tigers team is still holding the best record in the American League, looking to get the big win tonight, give them a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of breathing room, It just matters about having one of those top 2 spots to get the first round bye in the playoffs, Spenny.
And Skubal's done a good job in this one, obviously setting himself up with a quick inning in the 6th to come back out for the 7th, and then hopefully turn the ball over to Finnegan and Vest. Bing, bam, boom, win a series. You love to see the ace performing the way he is. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. Bats coming up in the top of the 7th, but man, Skubal has looked good. A little rocky early.
Yep.
Didn't look the best to start this one, but really dialed it in and has been helped out with a couple of very good defensive plays from Spencer Torkelson.
Love to see it from the Detroit Tigers first baseman. And looking at Tarik Skubal and his bid for his 2nd straight Cy Young season, he leads the American League in ERA, leads the American League in ERA plus, FIP, WHIP, walks per 9, and strikeouts per 9. Absolutely dialed in and strikeout to base on ball ratio. He is leading almost in every single category. Tarik Skubal is the best pitcher in the American League. If you want to argue some Paul Skeens stuff, I'm not going to fight you on it, but Tarik Skubal is dominant, and he's one of the best players in baseball.
Detroit Tigers back to the plate. Jake Rogers, who had the big RBI triple in the 5th inning that started the end of Michael Wacha, is up there. 1-1 count, top of the 7th. Lynch still in the game. Jake Rogers takes a big swing, but gets under it and pops it out to left center field. Ooh, oh, no! It drops in there. Tolbert and the left fielder couldn't figure out who's going to make the play, and Jake Rogers ends up on second base.
Raj having some outfield issues he's given to these guys. First, the center fielder couldn't get a read on that deep fly in the last time for the triple, and then the center fielder and left fielder almost collide there as the center fielder cannot get a read on Jake Rogers' bat off, or the ball off his bat right now. Tolbert struggling mightily in center field.
Shout out to Chad in the Woodward Sports Chat. I'm feeling pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty good on this call today. Where me and Nick are vibing. Make sure you smash that like button. Tigers up 4-0 in the top of the 7th. Tolbert having a rough day reading the ball. I don't know if it's a cloudy day in Kansas City, but he has struggled tracking some of these deep fly balls off the bats of Tigers hitters.
As they are now chasing another pitcher for the Kansas City Royals is Jake Rogers, the unsung hero of today here, Spencer.
Yes.
You love to see it. Nobody is expecting Jake Rogers to be a silver slugger behind the plate. Everybody knows that's not his role for this team. But when you can get something out of your backup catcher like he was able to show today, it gives everybody around the organization and the team momentum and confidence. If Raj can do it, the big clubhouse guy, everybody can do it.
Absolutely. Stash to stash. You love to see the boy going out there and making some plays for the Detroit Tigers. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Woodward Sports. This is the live watch party for Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. Series finale here in Kansas City. Tigers up 4-0. Did a lot of damage to Michael Wacha. Just drove Lynch out of the game with a bloop double from Jake Rogers. It's probably going to be an error. Results with Jake Rogers on second base. You love to see it going forward, and the Tigers are feeling it again here in the 7th inning.
Feeling it again as they try to take the series from the Kansas City Royals, as they are just 2 games back in the wild card spot. So you know the Royals are fighting for their playoff hopes right now. And if the Tigers can solidify themselves and win this series against the Kansas City Royals, this will bode very big as we head closer to the playoffs into September, when you want to see the Detroit Tigers playing the best baseball of their season.
You love to see it. Jonathan Bolin, the big right-hander, is on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. 30 innings, 4.15 ERA. You've got Andy Ibanez pinch hitting here, looking to lay down a bunt. First pitch given to Bolin there. Looked like the top of the zone. 1-0 here. Man on second. Detroit Tigers up 4-0. Top of the 7th. Tigers just chased out another Kansas City pitcher. Andy Ibanez looking to do some damage. Score Jake Rogers with a single here. Looked like he was laying down a bunt on that first pitch. I don't know how I like that. He swings at a chopper to the left side of the infield, Rogers will stay at second. Quick out there from Andy Ibanez. 1 man on, 1 man out.
If I see Andy Ibanez chop another baseball to the third baseman going up against a right-handed pitcher, Spenny, I don't know why he keeps getting these opportunities. I truly don't like Andy Ibanez going up against righties, but A.J. Hinch is trying to make a point of getting Andy at bats against right-handed pitching.
Jake Rogers with the graphic there showing off the wheels. We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
For a walrus, he gets around the base pass pretty well. I mean that with all due respect. Shout out to Jake Rogers.
Shout out.
I don't believe they gave him a hit on that. I would be very surprised if that second one was a hit. But the first one was probably a double and an error, I would assume.
Oh, yikes.
Big Melee dealing with some injuries behind the plate here. The trainer out for the Kansas City Royals looking at their big catcher. I don't know if he got caught on a backswing from Andy Ibanez or if he rolled an ankle or what's going on there, but it seems like he's doing all right.
Tough spot for the catcher. I mean, if it's anything lower body here, you literally have to be squatting on every single play.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh,
Ibanez hit him with the bat?
throw? What?
Oh, did Ibanez hit him on the recoil with the bat? No, he hit him. He didn't hit him at all.
That was one of the strangest plays I have
If
ever
anything,
seen
he hit him on the. He might have hit him on the wrist. He didn't hit him on the head. He might have hit him on the wrist. But whatever. 1 man on, 1 out. Top of the 7th. 0-0 pitch to Colt Keith. Drops in a slider there. Bolin looking to make some plays. I believe he hit him on the wrist on that backswing, and that's what it was. He definitely didn't hit him on the head. Some incidental contact from Andy Ibanez, but it seems like the Kansas City catcher is okay.
As we saw earlier, Colt Keith bonesaw double. Let's see if he can do it again.
Slider inside there to Colt Keith. 1-1 count here. Top of the 7th. 1 man on, 1 out. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. Trying to do some damage. Jake Rogers at second base. A single will probably score the Tigers catcher. You know they're going to send him here. Colt Keith swings, dribbles one foul just in front of the plate, but kicks back foul. 1-2 on the Tigers lineup that turns over. The lead of the Tigers lineup, Colt Keith here in the 1 hole. Got a hit in his last at bat, like you said, had that RBI double that scored Jake Rogers last time. Let's see if he can bring him across the plate again. Bolin on the mound for the Kansas City Royals after Waka and Lynch both driven off by the Tigers batters. Top of the 7th, 1 man on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch here from Bolin to Colt Keith. Swung on and driven to left field, fading to foul territory, and gets out just foul. Stays alive to see another pitch.
Almost put that one off the foul pole and left, and Colt Keith 808 OPS versus right-handed pitching entering tonight. For this team to be successful as we inch closer to the playoffs, Colt Keith needs to remain doing damage to right-handed pitchers. He was able to get the big double earlier. Would love to see him get his second hit of the day and score Jake Rogers here.
Absolutely. Jake Rogers stands on second base after the error let him stay there at the top of the inning. Tolbert struggling in center field. Colt Keith looking at a 1-2 pitch here from the big right-hander, Bolin. He throws. Ooh, he gets him.
Just
bottom of the strike zone, strikes him out. Colt was taken all the way.
And I don't know why he would have been. He must have been sitting something off speed because that change or that fastball was basically middle right there. A little bit of tail end action.
Faded to the right corner there, but that was a pitch you got to put a swing on.
Let's see if Gleyber Torres, all-star second baseman, can pick him up.
Single in his last at bat. Gleyber Torres swings through a slider outside the first pitch here, quickly down 0-1. Top of the 7th, 1 man on, 2 outs for the Detroit Tigers with a 4-0 lead on the Kansas City Royals, and their ace probably coming back out for the bottom of the 7th, Tarek Skubal.
I have to think that slider is on the scouting report for Gleyber Torres' first pitch. That is the third time that they've thrown him a first pitch slider outside right on that corner.
Tried to get it to him again, but he does not pull the trigger on that one, and it falls outside. 1-1 count here for Gleyber Torres. 1 man on, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch to the Tigers' second baseman is low and inside. 2-1 on the sinker.
As they just showed the stat, a 352 average from Gleyber Torres with runners in scoring position, and that is why you need to lock him up going forward.
Absolutely. Gleyber Torres has been a great signing by Scott Harris this year as he looks at another slider outside, doesn't get the call. 3-1 here on Gleyber Torres. I would just give him the base here if I'm the Kansas City Royals.
I don't think you can because you got a guy in Kerry Carpenter lurking on deck who crushes righties. Let's see what they do here.
That is true. Good job by A.J. Hinch to not pull Kerry Carpenter. Gleyber Torres taking all the way, and Bolin puts one in there to get the strike and brings the count full to 3-2. 1 man on, 2 men out here in the top of the 7th. Tigers looking to scratch across another run for Tarek Skubal. Gleyber Torres calls time at home plate.
Calls time. Maybe some gamesmanship going on from Rogers at second base, maybe trying to give him some sort of sign, you think, from
You think they're tipping pitches at all? I don't
Maybe
know.
I don't know if the Tigers do that, but I know some teams do.
I think everybody does. If you do it, you do it. You know, it's baseball. If you know their
Yeah.
pitches, you're definitely telling somebody. But Gleyber Torres
Great
takes an inside sinker there to draw the walk. Great at bat from the Tigers veteran second baseman. Gets on base now, and like you said, A.J. Hinch did not pull Kerry Carpenter when the lefty came out the last time, so he gets another at bat here against a right-handed pitcher. 2 men on, 2 outs, 4-0 lead for the Detroit Tigers, and Kerry could break this one open in the 7th.
And you got a feeling that he might. If he's hitting fastball, I would love to see this. He is not having a good season with runners in scoring position. Big spot for him here.
No, he is not. Oh, he swings at that slider first pitch, and he swings through it. He was looking fastball, got the slider inside, and swung over it. 0-1 for the Tigers slugger. 2 men on, 2 outs. 4-0 in the top of the 7th here for the Detroit Tigers. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff. We are the Woodward Sports broadcast crew for the Tigers live watch party against the Royals. Shout out to Birdie holding it down in the booth.
Birdie.
And shout out to all of you. Make sure you smash that like button. Tigers up 4-0 here in the 7th. 2 men on, 2 outs. Kerry Carpenter down 0-1 against Bolin. The delivery, and Kerry doesn't pull the trigger on a high fastball, 1-1.
Way to leave that one up if you're Kerry Carpenter. He's going to try to switch that eye level. He goes slider in first pitch, fastball high second pitch. Want to see him stay in the zone here. Kerry Carpenter, make him come to you. He's the one under pressure. We're up 4 in this scenario.
Series finale, Tigers up 4-0. Kerry could do some serious damage here. He swings at a high fastball. That's a pitch that he hits a lot. He just missed it. 1-2 here against Bolin for Kerry Carpenter.
Just missed that one.
Wow.
Up and in. He
That
could
was
have
a
done
pitch.
damage to that baseball right there. Bolin 1-2 count, trying to get Kerry swinging here.
Let's see if he goes back to the well and throws another fastball up. Kerry could take it for a ride. He goes way in with the slider. Kerry doesn't pull the trigger. 2-2. Count evens. Top of the 7th. 2 men on, 2 out. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. Tarek Skubal waiting to come back in to put some to put some final touches on the masterpiece that he's had so far today in the 7th inning. But first, Kerry Carpenter at a plate. 2-2 pitch. He fouls it to the right sideline.
Kerry Carpenter, 22 bombs on the season for the left-hander for the Tigers. He's obviously dealt with some injuries this year, but he does look healthy. He's been moving way better on the base pass. We need to see Kerry Carpenter get back to doing damage against right-handed pitching.
Yes, we do. Kerry Carpenter in a big spot here for his confidence. The Detroit Tigers up 4-0. One swing of the bat would blow this one wide open in the top of the 7th. 2-2 pitch to Kerry Carpenter. Chops it foul, staying alive. He's starting to see that pitch a little better. Got the slow curveball, just fouled it off.
Able to fight that one off right there. I believe he was fooled on it, but the big thing is he was able to make contact, live for another day, see another pitch. The more pitches he sees, the better I feel about this at-bat, Spencer. 2
men on, 2 men out, top of the 7th. Tigers up 4-0. Kerry Carpenter at the plate. 2-2 count here against the right-hander Bolin. He delivers the pitch, and he swings through it to strike out and end the inning. Tigers leave a couple men on. Kerry Carpenter 0 for 4 on the day, but the Tigers are up 4-0. Jake Rogers' running graphic is insane. 60 feet per second sprint speed for Jake Rogers. He gets the wheels going. He can move a little bit. But Tigers up 4-0 here. This is the Woodward Sports Live Watch Party. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. We are the Woodward Sports broadcast team for the Detroit Tigers and Kansas City Royals Watch Party. Final game of the series here. Nick Kohloff, the Tigers beat reporter. I am Spencer Raxter. Birdie in the booth. Tigers up 4-0. Skubal coming back out for the bottom of the 7th to try to go 1-2-3, then probably give it off to Finnegan and Vest to end the Royals.
Exactly. That's why it was big right there to see if Kerry Carpenter could have expanded this lead, because you got a very good team coming into town in the New York Mets. You would love to be able to save Kyle Finnegan and Will Vest for that series that starts tomorrow back at Comerica Park. It would be big if you don't have to use them today. But obviously, it's a game-by-game basis. If you do have to use those guys in a 4-run game, it's okay because you want to solidify the win.
Yeah.
But if you don't have to use them, it could bode very well for the Detroit Tigers setting up against a series where it could be a possible World Series preview.
Absolutely. You know, a series victory here would all but lock up the Central for the Detroit Tigers, barring some kind of catastrophic collapse. So this is huge against the Royals. I'm not messing around with this lineup. I'm not messing around with these hitters. I'm giving them Skubal, Finnegan, and Vest. I don't care how many runs they're up. You go out there, you end this game, you win the series, you go home. Tigers up 4-0 here, bottom of the 7th. Skubal to come back out on the mound against the Kansas City Royals. Nick, who has impressed you outside of Tarek Skubal? Who has impressed you the most for the Detroit Tigers so far in this one?
Probably Gleyber Torres. I
Yeah.
mean, just time and time again, we talked about his average with runners in scoring position, and he showed out again today. Gleyber Torres is doing what he does best, and it's the big at-bats for this Detroit Tigers team. We've seen a lot of our younger hitters kind of get swallowed up by that spot. Maybe the pressure gets to them a little bit, and they're unable to come up with a big hit. That's why I believe, to go along with our top young prospects that you're going to see trickle through, get to the major leagues within the next couple of years, to have the steady, reliable veteran on your team, a guy that you can trust day in and day out to give you great at-bats and to do damage with runners in scoring position. You need that. And I believe Gleyber Torres has been the perfect offseason signing and one of the most underrated ones in all of baseball.
The gray bush at second base has really solidified this young roster, and he's brought a lot of kind of calm to these young hitters. So that has been great. For me, so far in this one, Spencer Torkelson has really impressed me. He had the great at-bat against Michael Walker to draw the walk that really started that fifth-inning rally that drove him out of the game. He's made a couple of very good defensive plays at first base to help Skubal get out of innings, and those have been impressive points in this game. Spencer Torkelson, although he doesn't have all the RBIs or anything like that, he has been a very important factor in this game. Shout out to Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat. Whoa! $5 super chat. So doing the math, badly, if it holds, the Tigers only need 10 more wins because the Royals and Guards would need to win like 21 of 24 games. Yeah, winning the series would all but lock it up for the Tigers. Skubal back on the mound, bottom of the 7th. Tigers up 4-0. The first pitch outside to Lofton. He's down 1-0 early. Tarek Skubal looking to go 1-2-3 here for the Royals in the 7th, and he is working fast. No time saved at all. Second pitch also out of the zone. Sinker up high. 2-0 here against the 6th hitter for the Royals, Lofton.
Don't love that to start the 7th inning. 2 straight balls, missing on both of them for the Tiger starter.
That borderline does not get the call. It's fair. That hasn't been a call all day.
Tarek, what are we doing here, buddy?
I'm not looking in blue for that one. That hasn't been a call all day. 3-0 pitch, and he walks him on 4 pitches.
You can't do it, Spenny. You just can't do it. What are we doing? Skubal is spending too much time on the bench. You don't walk the leadoff hitter. You're up 4. It's the 6th hitter. Make him beat you, Tarek. I want to see that fastball in the zone this time.
Abanya's at third base for the Detroit Tigers now. McKinstry slides over to shortstop. Trey Sweeney out of this one. Tarek Skubal on the mound. Bottom of the 7th, one man on with the walk. 4-0 Detroit Tigers up. Double play in order here. Let's see if Skubal can get a ground ball out of the catcher, Maley. Good pitch, change up, bottom of the zone. Gets the strike call. If Maley swings there, that's probably a ground ball double play.
I am sticking with that change up low, and I'm getting him to turn the ball over.
Absolutely, Nick. Kansas City with a base runner after the 4-pitch walk. Tarek Skubal at the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Gleyber to McKinstry. Back to Torkelson. And there's the double play to erase that walk for Tarek Skubal. Just like that. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Let's go, Spencer. That's what your ace does. You want to keep that pitch count down. You want to be able to possibly go out there for the 8th. I don't know if AJ will send him, but that's how you do it. You get the weak ground ball to Gleyber Torres. Great turn by Trey Sweeney there. Or McKinstry right there. Love to see it for the Detroit Tigers as McKinstry slides over to shortstop as Abanez takes third.
Absolutely. Great double play there just when you needed it. A first pitch strike to Massey for Tarek Skubal, 97 miles an hour right down the pipe. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th here. The ace is working quickly. 1-0 pitch. Or 0-1, weak ground ball to Gleyber Torres, flips it to Torkelson, 1-2-3 inning, bring him back out for the 8th.
Let's go.
Tarek Skubal is on fire right now. Riley Green, Torkelson, and Wencel Perez to come up for the Tigers in the 8th. 4-0 Detroit Tigers up on the Kansas City Royals.
You love to see this from the Detroit Tigers. Ace, we talked about Crochet kind of on his heels a little bit, trying to battle him for that Cy Young spot. Tarek Skubal, 0 runs, 7 innings pitched for the division rival in a game for the series. And this is exactly what you want to see. Plus, the Kansas City Royals notoriously throw up big runs, big crooked numbers at home at Coughlin Stadium.
Yes.
So love to see it from Tarek Skubal in this Detroit Tigers team to get out of here up 4-0 right now. Would love to see the Tigers give them a little bit more run so we don't have to use Finnegan and Vest.
You'd love to see that out of Tarek Skubal. He had a 4-pitch walk to start the inning, and then he gets out of the inning in 5 pitches after that.
Exactly.
That's how you bounce back. You walk the first batter, then you get a ground ball double play, and then an easy ground ball for the final out. Tarek Skubal not messing around in that one. He was working fast. He wants this 8th inning, and I think Hinch is going to give it to him.
That'd be great to see from Tarek Skubal, who has now put his ERA down to a 2.18 ERA. Tarek Skubal trying to lock up the Cy Young right here. Love to see it from Skubal, but more importantly, obviously, the awards are great. You want to see the Cy Young. But more importantly, get the W. And that's what Tarek Skubal is all about. He is not a selfish player. He never has been. He wants this Detroit Tigers team to win, just like every other person in the clubhouse, Spenny. That's why this team's so successful.
When your starter goes 7 scoreless and you have arguably the best 8-9 combination in the MLB, you're probably going to win that game. Obviously, still work to be done here. Still got to get 6 outs on these Kansas City Royals. But the Detroit Tigers are up 4-0. Top of the 8th is about to come to action. Tarek Skubal looks like he's done. Looks like he's done in this one. He's walking around the dugout, talking to Chris Fetter, smiling, laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's holding the towel. He might get the 8th, but it looks like he's done. Sam Long on the tit for the Royals. 32 innings pitched with a just under 6 ERA for the Royals. First pitch to Riley Green, a low ball from the arm slot or the submariner there, and Riley Green quickly up 1-0 on the Kansas City Royals pitcher. Tries to drop the curveball in there, but does not get it to go. 2-0 here to Riley Green. Tigers up 4-0 in the top of the 8th inning. Riley Green at the plate. He's already got a hit on the day. Swings at a 4-seam fastball in the zone there and fouls it back.
And we've seen Riley Green start to get a little bit more confident against lefties. I'm not going to say he's good yet, because if he was good, he'd be one of the best players in baseball, which he's not good against lefties yet. Still needs to work on it.
This is a good at-bat for Riley Green to get some of that confidence, though. Seeing the left-hander very well there, not pulling the trigger on the inside sinker, drawing the count to 3-1 here. Nobody out, top of the 8th. Riley Green up to bat. Tigers up 4-0, and he draws the walk. Great at-bat by Riley Green.
Great job by Riley Green there, no doubt about it. That's awesome to see there from Riley Green, as he needs to be able to hit lefties. That's how they're going to attack him come playoff time, along with Kerry Carpenter, along with Colt Keith. Love to see Riley Green get on base there, drawing his 15th walk of the year against lefties.
All right, I was talking about Spencer Torkelson having a good day. A big RBI double here would put a cherry on top. First pitch inside to Spencer Torkelson, curveball nowhere near the plate. That's going to draw a Kansas City catcher out to talk to his lefty. Yeah. Spencer Torkelson had the walk in the 5th, like I said, to really start that inning and drive Michael Wacha out of this game. He's made a couple very nice plays at first base to help Tarek Skubal get out of some innings. A hit here would be awesome for Spencer Torkelson. He deserves it after having a really good day so far.
And this is why they put Riley in the 4 spot, Torque in that 5 spot. They bring in the lefty to go for Riley Green. Tigers counter by having the big righty who crushes left-handed pitching right behind Riley to protect him. This is going to be big come playoff time. Spencer Torkelson, great at bat earlier. Let's see if he can blow this game up for the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers looking to go up almost 10 games on the Kansas City Royals if they win this one here. You love that lead coming down the stretch in the division. Spencer Torkelson, the 1-0 pitch, swings on it, just hits it foul. He wanted to do some damage there, tried to get the arms extended and drive that one opposite field, but it is 1-1 with Riley Green on first base after the walk. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th, and the Tigers up 4-0.
967 OPS against lefties entering today from Torque. Want to see him sit fastball, something in here.
The 1-1 pitch from Long to Spencer Torkelson is outside, but he gets the call from the umpire, who has not been calling that outside pitch at all today, but he gives Long that one, and it's 1-2 on Spencer Torkelson.
Hate to see that one get called a strike there by Torque.
Good eye by Torque.
Yeah, it was a good job laying off that pitch.
Yep, that was not a strike. He hasn't been calling that a strike all day, but he gives it to Long. That's what you hate to see from umpires. Keep it consistent. If you're not going to make that call all day, you can't do it in the top of the 9th or top of the 8th.
Exactly, right there. 2-2 is different.
2-2, that was a strike. That was a great pitch. Shouldn't have been a strikeout because of that one he called, but that was a great pitch there by Long to ring up Spencer Torkelson. 2-2 curveball, just gets it in there.
But if you're going to give him that outside pitch that isn't a strike,
you can't give him the
corner,
inside.
You can't give him that corner spot on the inside as well.
No.
That's just too much to cover if you're Spencer Torkelson, who obviously got fooled on that curve there, but that was after a horrible call.
We're in Kansas City, and the strike zone just became a country mile long. Oh, man, he's falling apart here. Giving him the high strike call there. The strike zone's high. The strike zone's wide. It doesn't matter anymore. He's calling everything. Blue, pull your shit together. Top of the 8th here. 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 pitch to Wenzel Perez. He spanks it foul. Man, that just pisses me off.
It really does. I mean, Spencer Torkelson, he's had
Good
a
at bat.
great day at the plate in terms of seeing pitches. I trust him to trust himself at the plate, seeing those balls, and the ump just did not reward him there. That's the difference. 3-1 and 2-2 is so much in terms of getting on base.
0-2 pitch to Wenzel Perez here. Long steps off. Didn't like what he was seeing. Riley Green at first base. 1 man out. Top of the 8th, Tigers up 4-0 here in Kansas City. Wenzel Perez waiting on the 0-2 pitch from Long. He spanks it up the middle, and then gets through to center field. Riley Green holds up at second, and the Tigers have 2 men on with 1 out in the top of the 8th.
2 men on, 1 out. Love to see this from Wenzel Perez. I like the single, the hands down the chest right there from the Detroit Tigers hitters right there. Riley Green gets the second. Would you have liked to see him move up to third there?
No, I'm fine with that. The center fielder, Tolbert, doesn't have a great arm, but it's not bad, and he was on that ball pretty fast. Riley probably would have got cut down at third base there.
Yeah, I don't think he got the best jump on that baseball either. So, got Zach Mahemstri.
Z-Mac up to the plate, 2 men on, 1 out, top of the 8th. First pitch is given to Long again. I don't know if Long's banging this umpire's wife or whatever, but he's giving him every pitch around the zone. Quickly 0-1 on Zach McKinstry. Tigers up 4-0, top of the 8th inning here in Kansas City. He's going to give him that too.
Oh, my lordy.
This is just,
High,
this
outside,
is just ridiculous.
Low, inside, whatever you want. He's calling it a strike right now.
This umpire, I don't know if he's trying to go home and start his barbecue early in Kansas City, but he is just, this zone is massive now for
really
Detroit
is.
Tigers hitters. 0-2 pitch. McKinstry fouls it off. Good swing on that one.
Way to fight.
This is the live watch party for the Detroit Tigers and Kansas City Royals here on Woodward Sports. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Detroit Tigers beat reporter Nicholas Kohloff. We got Birdie in the booth.
Shout out.
And the Tigers are up 4-0 on the Royals, top of the 8th here. 2 men on, 1 out, 0-2. Zach McKinstry against Long. The lefty delivers to McKinstry. He doesn't swing. Wow, I am surprised that the umpire didn't ring him up there. 1-2 here on a pitch that should not have been a strike, but his zone has been huge in this inning.
Great take by Zach McKinstry. I was nervous he was going to ring him up. I probably would have had a little slight crash out there, but Zach McKinstry steps in.
1-2 pitch here, and Zach
Oh!
McKinstry wears that one on the back. 85-mile-an-hour slider right off the 9 on his jersey, and the Tigers will load the bases with 1 out in the 8th.
Let's go. Big spot here. We keep talking about it. To not have to use Kyle Finnegan and Will Vest, your 2 best bullpen arms in this game, would be a big spot. Jake Rogers, who else besides Jake Rogers to come up with the bases loaded? Already has the triple. He had that other fly ball fall in.
They did give him
call
a hit for that.
double?
Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Jake Rogers. 2 hits, a triple and a double. No errors on either of those. Again,
Crazy work.
The zone wide for the Tigers here. That's a strike, but he hasn't been calling it all day. He is in this inning. That's why Jake Rogers gave him a little extra pause there. 0-1, bases loaded, 1 out. Jake Rogers takes inside. I don't know anymore what's going to be a strike or not. That one called the ball.
For real. I mean, you had to pause on it to get ready for it. Jake Rogers stepping up.
Top of the 8th here, bases loaded, 1 man out. Jake Rogers in the box, takes another pitch outside. 2-1 here on the Detroit Tigers catcher. 4-0 lead over the Royals for the Tigers. 1 ball in the outfield here, scores 2 at least. Zach McKinstry has the best wheels on the team. He could be screaming from first. Jake Rogers smacks that one foul, 2-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out for the Detroit Tigers catcher.
As much as I want to see him just annihilate this baseball for a grand slam, to still get a runner home and get this as a 5-run game without the ability to tie the game in a swing is a massive thing for the
Good
team.
speed on the base pass. Perez at second and McKinstry at first. You have Jake Rogers following off another pitch here to stay alive. 2-2, bases loaded, one man out. Tigers up 4-0 on the Kansas City Royals. A swing here for Jake Rogers. You have Holton and
Finnegan and Montero.
Oh, Finnegan and Montero. Okay. Finnegan and Montero warming up. You got to think if Rogers gets a hit here, you're going to see Montero. If he doesn't, you got to give the ball to Finnegan in the eighth or in the ninth. In the eighth. Okay.
Big miss there from Long.
Big
it's
miss.
A 3-2 count. Top of the eighth. Jake Rogers up. He's already got 2 big hits in this one. Let's see if he can get a homer to go along with his triple and double.
Jake Rogers spanks one foul, getting out of play. It'll get into the seats. Staying alive here. 3-2 count. You know Jake Rogers is going to see a lot of stuff in the zone. You don't want to walk a run across the plate. Hopefully you can make some contact here, score some runs. Bases loaded, 4-0. Tigers lead the Kansas City Royals in the top of the eighth. Full count against Jake Rogers with Andy Ibanez on deck. You've got Long, the lefty, on the mound for the Royals. Delivers the 3-2 pitch. Jake Rogers swings through it and strikes out. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Tigers, top of the eighth.
Just fooled him there. I mean, he's been calling that pitch. I mean, I don't know if he could have called that one a strike too, but the way he's been calling it, he was swinging all the way there, 3-2.
That would have been a strike either way, I think.
He fooled him right there. The lefty killer, Andy Ibanez, steps up.
Andy Ibanez in the batter's box, bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch gets away from the catcher. That will score. Riley Green from third base. Tigers up 5-0 on the wild pitch. You love to see that. Both runners advance. It'll be man on second, a man on third. 2 outs for Andy Ibanez. Tigers up 5-0 on the wild pitch.
Great base running from Riley Green to read this ball right off of the catcher's
man, just
shoulder.
a pass
It looked
ball.
like he closed his eyes.
That's not a wild pitch. That's just a passed ball.
No, you rarely see that from a professional catcher as he just lost that ball. Andy Ibanez.
Andy Ibanez he leaned into one, but just ripped it foul. Good swing there by Andy Ibanez. 1-1 count here. 2 men on, 2 outs. Top of the eighth inning. Tigers up 5-0 on the Kansas City Royals. Riley Green just scored on the pass ball from the Kansas City catcher. Andy Ibanez looking to do some damage here to a lefty in a 1-1 count. 5-0 Tigers up. Andy swings, hits another one foul. It'll be 1-2.
You have to believe with the Tigers up 5-0 right now that they are going to go to Montero instead of Kyle Finnegan now in the bottom of the eighth. I believe that is how they will, just completely miss that baseball. He took his eye off it.
You think trying to frame it too much instead of catching it where it is?
Great spot right there. I think so, Spencer, especially because he's been getting that outside call.
Absolutely. 1-2 pitch here, 2 outs, 2 men on. Andy Ibanez in the box. He ropes one into left field. Oh, just a little too far. Good catch running in there by the Royals left fielder. Tigers strand a couple, but they score another one on a passed ball. 5-0 in the bottom of the eighth. You think it's going to be Montero?
I do believe it's going to be Montero. I think if you think about Kyle Finnegan and Will Vest, you need to somehow try to save them for the critical moments. Being up 5 gives you a little bit of room to have a guy like Montero get in there.
Yeah.
You saw Canley come in last night, shut it down. Tyler Holton, unable to do so. Can we rely on anybody else in this bullpen not named Finnegan and Will Vest? I'm not so sure right now. Montero has looked good at times this season, but he's also looked very poor. So which Montero are we going to get? It's the same thing I say about Holton. It's the same thing I say about Jack Flaherty. Are we going to get good Montero or are we going to get bad Montero? Big spot for him to get some confidence or gain some confidence of A.J. Hinch.
I don't know, man. I like you need this win. This is a huge win, a huge series win. I like just giving the ball to Finnegan here. You got 6 outs. Why mess around with it? 5-0 isn't the biggest lead in the world. That can go away pretty quick. I would like to just see Finnegan out there. No business. Go get the 3 outs. But we'll see what A.J. Hinch decides to do. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe.
Out.
Kansas City Royals down to the last 6 outs. Tigers up 5-0. Bottom of the 8th here in Kansas City. Tarek Skubal pitched to Jem. The Tigers gave him some run support. 2-hit day, 5 bases for Jake Rogers and a couple RBIs. You love to see that. Colt Keith with an RBI, Gleyber Torres with an RBI, and Riley Green scoring on the wild pitch. Detroit Tigers up 5-0 on the Royals in the bottom of the 8th. They got to knock this one down, get out of Kansas City, winning the series, and get home for the Mets.
Definitely need
it
to.
will be Finnegan on the mound.
Comes out 13.1 scoreless innings since joining the Detroit Tigers, and this guy has been everything and more for the Detroit Tigers to solidify the back end of this bullpen. The most underrated trade deadline acquisition for this Detroit Tigers team.
Absolutely.
Love to see it.
I was very critical of the Tigers trade deadline, but one of the pieces they added is working out big time, and that is Kyle Finnegan. He has been absolutely lights out since putting on the Old English D, and we're going to need him here. Like I said, I love this call by A.J. Hinch. 5 runs isn't too much. Go to your guys. You know you got Yastrzemski off the bench with 15 home runs at a 746 OPS for the Kansas City Royals. His first at bat of the day against the big right-hander Kyle Finnegan. He delivers the first pitch, a splitter that Yastrzemski fouls.
I had a tough time with
Tough
that one
one.
last night. We were calling him Yaz for a bit. Yeah, love to see this from Kyle Finnegan. And the reason he's been so successful as a Tiger is they have upped his splitter usage. So watch out for that pitch in this one.
Bottom of the 8th, Tigers up 5-0. Finnegan gets the ground ball from Yastrzemski to Spencer Torkelson. First out of the inning, 2 pitches in. This is what I wanted. You need 6 outs to win this series. Don't mess around with Montero. Put your horses on the mound and go get those outs. Kyle Finnegan comes in, 2 pitches, first out of the inning.
2 pitches. Love to see it from Kyle right here. I mean, I agree with you. It is a spot where you don't want to mess around. Montero has pitched better as of late, but AJ's on the same page as you here, Spencer.
Kyle Finnegan, 1 out, bottom of the 8th, 5-0 Tigers lead. The first pitch to Garcia is a strike down the middle, 4-seamer 96, 0-1 against the leadoff hitter for the Royals.
And when we did trade for Kyle Finnegan, prior to the month of July, he had about a 2.4 ERA. And I wanted to think that we got that Kyle Finnegan when we traded for him.
And we sure did. Second pitch is in there, 0-2 against Garcia. Nasty 4-seamer on the outside black for Kyle Finnegan to get very deep into this count in his favor against Garcia, who's got a couple hits on the day already for the Kansas City Royals. But Finnegan's quickly up on him 0-2. And here is the pitch from the Tigers setup man. Strikes him out right on the outside black, 97 miles an hour, 3 pitches. Sit down, buddy. Have a good day.
And a slow, depressing, sad boy walk to the dugout. Kyle Finnegan painting the corner. Love to see it. And I got to ask you, Spenny, do you know RJ Sales or Josh Randall? 2 guys that we traded for Kyle Finnegan. A whole lot of nothing. Scott Harris masterclass getting Kyle Finnegan here in the back end of this bullpen.
Kyle Finnegan, one of the best moves of the deadline, the MLB for sure. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. His first pitch to Bobby Witt gets in there, a splitter at 89. Strike 1 against the superstar shortstop, who's 0-for-3 on the day. Detroit Tigers up 5-0, bottom of the 8th against the Kansas City Royals. Finnegan working fast, 0-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from the Tigers setup man to Bobby Witt. Just high, 1-1 against the shortstop.
Great job here by Kyle Finnegan to get ahead of Witt Jr. If you're going to shut down the Royals, it starts with Bobby Witt. He was able to get loose last night in the 8th inning. Hopefully, Finnegan locks him down here.
Let's see what Finney can do here. 1-1 count against Bobby Witt, 2 outs. He swings through a 97-mile-per-hour 4-seam and fouls it back. Finnegan up in the count, 1-2 on the all-world shortstop Bobby Witt. Tigers up 5-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Royals down to 4 outs. Hopefully, Tigers can get out of this inning and get to the top of the 8th, get a couple more runs across. Or top of the 9th, excuse me. Kyle Finnegan steps on the rubber. He has the ball behind him. Bobby Witt steps into the box, spins the bat a little bit, puts it over his shoulder. 1-2 pitch from Kyle Finnegan on the way to the shortstop for the Kansas City Royals. And he pumps it out to center field. Wencel Perez closing in on it, squeezes it out there. Finnegan with another flawless inning for the Detroit Tigers, and they head to the 9th, up 5-0 on the Kansas City Royals.
Do you put him back out there for the 9th at this point? Kyle Finnegan is a dominant reliever out of this Tigers bullpen right now, and he is cruising. The Boston Red Sox just extended Aroldis Chapman. I want to see the Detroit Tigers do the same exact thing with Kyle Finnegan.
I would love that.
This guy's been straight nails.
He has been absolutely money, by far the best pitcher in the Tigers bullpen since he's been acquired. I believe you hand the ball off to Will Vesto and you let him go out there and finish it in the bottom of the 9th.
Hey, Birdie, Is there any way we still have that Vest interview in the Detroit Tigers Slack? Because Will Vest talked about Kyle Finnegan and what he's added to this team for the newcomers today. Last time out at the ballpark, Will Vest spoke on the Detroit Tigers' new closer to go along with a couple other questions.
1 second.
Here in a second, but yeah, love to see it so far from Finnegan.
Yeah, I love the fact that Finnegan is the setup man and Vest is the closer because we know Will Vest splits. It's insane. He's like a sub-1 ERA in the 9th inning, and anytime outside of the 9th inning, he's like an over 3 ERA guy. So you need to give him those 9th inning batters, and Finnegan has done a great job setting him up so far since he got here.
Yeah, he did speak on this specific because I asked him. Everybody wanted to know. You see it on Twitter all the time. 8th inning, 9th inning, the splits. People get mad when he gets used in the 8th, Will Vest. But he talked about A.J. Hinch and the faith that he has in A.J. to pick the best spots for these pitchers. Kyle Finnegan there, able to get the first 3 hitters, the 9-1-2 hitters in the Kansas City Royals lineup.
Yeah, and Detroit Tigers are going to come back to the top of the 9th here, try to get some more runs on the board for their team. Obviously, they are up 5-0 here on the Kansas City Royals. We'll run that in between.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll run that before they bring out the closer. We got some audio from Will Vest talking about the closing situation in the back end of this Tigers bullpen that has been electric ever since Kyle Finnegan has been acquired. Tigers up 5-0 on the Kansas City Royals, top of the 9th inning here. Nick, we're feeling good. Tigers down to their last 3 outs. Colt Keith in the batter's box takes a first pitch strike from Clark. You just want to see him maybe get another run here, but it really doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see good at-bats from the top of this lineup to continue to put pressure on the Royals.
Colt Keith with a good take there and a slider in the dirt. It'll even up the count 1-1 at the top of the 9th inning. Tigers up 5-0 against Kansas City, looking to win this series before they got to come home and face the ever-dangerous Mets. His New York Mets. He's got Juan Soto and Pete Alonso.
Love to be in the press box when Maz comes up. I got a feeling I'll probably see him sometime in this series.
Oh, you better believe it. He's not going to miss those games. Colt Keith swings through a pitch there, 1-2 against the Tigers. Big lefty. He's 1 for 4 on the day in the first spot of the Tigers lineup. Love to see what he's done so far. Hopefully he can get rewarded with another hit.
Big insurance RBI double.
Yep. Colt Keith yanks one foul, staying alive here, 1-2. Nick, you talked about him seeing more pitches in that leadoff spot. Have you been happy with what he's done today?
I really have been, and last night it was uncharacteristic what you saw out of Colt Keith. So to see him bounce back today, obviously 1 for 4, he had the big double, but he has been seeing more pitches, and I love that out of the leadoff role. Absolutely.
1-2 pitch. He shoots to the right side of the infield, but a great play there by Pasquantino at first base to get the ball and get over to the bag. 1 out here in the top of the 9th for the Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers up 5-0, top of the 9 here. Clark on the mound. Gleyber Torres set to step in. Expect another good at-bat. 5 pitches seen by Colt Keith there, and I'll expect another good-looking at-bat from Gleyber Torres.
A.J. Hinch kind of chilling in the dugout. Hasn't had to do a lot today with the way Tarek Skubal has cruised through 7 innings, and Kyle Finnegan gave him what he does, a 1-2-3 eighth. First pitch to Gleyber Torres, gets the top corner, a sinker at the top of the zone. 0-1 on the Tigers' second baseman. He's got a walk, he's got a single, he's got an RBI. Just another day at the office for Gleyber.
And shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Make sure to smash that like button. Share it with your friends. We're going to break down the 9th inning, break down a little bit of the postgame after as well. And you guys know what it's all about here. It's Detroit Tigers Live. We got the best team in the American League. Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Smash that like button and subscribe to Woodward Sports as the live Tigers watch party versus the Kansas City Royals as Gleyber Torres looks at strike 2, a slider that just gets the outside of the plate. 1-2, top of the 9th, 1 out. Tigers up 5-0 on Kansas City. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter. We got Birdie in the booth. Tigers are up 5. Royals down to their last 3 outs. Gleyber hacks 1 foul, 1-2.
Good job to get contact there by Gleyber Torres, and he will see another 5 pitch at bat. Bless you to Birdie. And bless these Detroit Tigers for giving us something
Bless
to
these
cheer
boys,
about.
Nick.
Bless the boys. Yesterday was a just slow game, not being able to take advantage. Good to see the Tigers put up a 5 spot.
Scuba start, excuse me. Tigers took care of it. Bless you again, Birdie. Bad slider there from Clark. 2-2 on Gleyber Torres. 1 man out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Tigers up 5-0 on this series finale with the Kansas City Royals. The series split. This is going to be a good win series for the Tigers.
Definitely. Could be a very big series win. I'm putting Kyle Finnegan back out there if you already used him. Or do you maybe try to pitch him back-to-back potentially with tonight and tomorrow?
I would not be afraid of pitching Kyle Finnegan back-to-back the way he is running through innings. That was a really clean inning. No drama. 1, 2, 3. I feel like he's good to go tomorrow. You give the ball to Vest in the 9th, and you end the game. Gleyber Torres here. Work the count full. 3-2. 1 out. Nobody on. Getting to the end of the pitch counter there. That was pretty close. Fouls that one off to stay alive.
Torres looked like he looked back at the ump too. Maybe
that was very late into the pitch count there. For I saw it said 2, and he still had the ball in his hand. So we'll see. Deep into the pitch count. Pitch count down to 5 here. 3-2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's the pitch count call there, ump?
Yeah, is it starting or leaving the hand? We're gonna have to take a deeper.
It has to be. It has to be leaving the hand.
Yeah, ridiculous stuff here from Clark. It's Gleyber, 8 pitch at bat already. Gonna see his 9th pitch here for the Detroit Tigers. All-star second baseman, and he's calling time.
Gleyber Torres calling for time. Clark doing the complete opposite of every other pitcher so far in this game on both sides and taking his time on the mound, not working at a fast pace at all. He does have 1 out and a full count with Gleyber Torres at the plate. Tigers up 5-0 against the Kansas City Royals. 3-2 pitch here, still going deep into that pitch count. Gleyber Torres swings and fouls again. Long at bat from Gleyber Torres, making Clark work. This is what you like to see from the veteran.
This is what we talk about day in and day out. He just sees pitches every single game. He's going to give you great at-bats. 10th pitch of this at-bat here. See if he can get on for the big dogs and Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green.
3-2 pitch to Gleyber Torres. He lines it into center field. Just a perfect at-bat for the Detroit Tigers second baseman. Everything you want. Saw a lot of pitches. Finally got one to hit and shoots it up the middle for his second hit of the day. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a walk for Gleyber. Have yourself a day so far, sir.
And people talk about not re-signing Gleyber Torres. Oh, we have a lot of second baseman in the pipeline. I trust Gleyber Torres a hell of a lot more than how you lead there, Spencer.
Absolutely.
I trust him a whole of a lot more than Jace Young. It's time to re-sign these guys and not let them walk for nothing. I believe Gleyber Torres is a big reason why this team's number 1 in the American League.
Absolutely. Kerry Carpenter up at the plate. Oh, man. Slider right down the middle at 88 on a tee, and Carps couldn't pull the trigger on it. 0 for 1. Kerry Carpenter 0 for 4 on the day. But, Nick, I agree with you 100%. Gleyber Torres has been so essential for this team, and I do believe you have to re-sign him to at least another 2-year deal.
Yeah, exactly. And
Kerry hit on the elbow with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Right on the elbow pad, though. Kerry seems fine, shakes it off, jogs down the first base. Clark struggling with his command in this one.
Definitely struggling with it a little bit. It looks pulled that one up.
Right on the arm pad.
Let's hope so there for Kerry. Don't want to see that as we inch closer to September, but Riley Green steps in against the righty. Obviously, Clark's struggling with his command here. If Riley can tee off on one early.
Yep. Great job by Kerry. Great job by whatever brand makes that elbow pad. 95-mile-per-hour fastball would have hurt a lot more if it was hitting flesh than hitting that big pad right there for Kerry Carpenter. But you got 2 men on, 1 man out. Riley Green swings through the first pitch, trying to send it into the moon, a changeup that he just swings over.
We've seen Riley, and the stats have kind of come out. He does do damage later in games if they're up big. His numbers are pretty crazy. So to see Riley Green step in here, he's going to try to annihilate that baseball.
0-1 pitch, inside slider, even up the count at 1-1. Tigers are up 5-0 in the top of the 9th on the Kansas City Royals. I almost said Chiefs. 2 men on, 1 man out. Riley Green at the plate. 1-1 count here from Clark. He's been struggling in this one, and he's taking his time. Delivers the ball to Riley Green. He swings through it 1-2. That was a good changeup.
Great pitch there by Clark on Riley Green. Great changeup, keeping him off balance. But Riley Green, I do still like him in the spot, even with 2 strikes, going up against the righty, 2 guys on base. See if he can give the Tigers even more of a cushion.
The 1-2 pitch to Riley Green is inside, and Riley Green shoots it to the right side. inning-ending double play there. Riley Green bounces out to the second baseman. Well, you'd like to see him do some damage there. Riley Green bounces out to a double play, but you're still up 5-0. You got the big lead. Let's see who's on the mound in the bottom of the ninth for the Detroit Tigers, if it is Finnegan or if they give the ball to Vest. But the Tigers are looking good. Royals down to their last 3 outs.
Yeah, I'm excited for sure. And for those that missed it last night, Birdie, if we could play that Will Vest interview would be great right now.
You got
So
Will Vest, Detroit
talking about
Tigers
the Tigers.
reliever, been on fire. You had the 2-inning win the other night. How much did this crowd impact your pitching?
Oh, it was awesome. Kind of reminded me of last October whenever we were playing in the playoffs, and you feed off of that whenever you're out there. Fans were incredible, super into it, loud, which was it's fun to pitch in front of.
Last year, you guys were chasing the final wild card spot. Now you guys are in the driver's seat. How does the mindset stay hungry as a team?
Yeah, I think every win is just as important. You don't really think about chasing anybody or anybody chasing you down. You just try out and go and win the game in front of you.
AJ has used you in several spots this season, the 9th inning, the 8th inning. Which role are you most comfortable in?
It doesn't matter. Just he always puts us in our best situation, best pocket kind of coming in, who we match up best against, and so you just kind of trust him to put you in that good situation, go out there and get some outs.
You guys acquired a big-time reliever in Kyle Finnegan. What's impressed you the most about the newcomer to the Detroit Tigers?
Oh man, he's awesome. Kind of comes right after you with that fastball and split combo. It's been fun watching him from across the diamond. Now having him on our team, it's fun to share the bullpen with him. He's going to be locked down. Go out there and get some outs whenever you need him.
Good luck, Will.
Yeah.
Shout out Will Vest, taking some time with Nick there the other day, talking about, like I said, one of the best 8-9s in the MLB, if not the best 8-9 combo with him and Kyle Finnegan. But Will Vest will not be on the mound. It is Rafael Montero. All right, just throw strikes.
Exactly. Do not walk any hitters. And shout out Will Vest. He talked about AJ Hinch and his faith that he has in AJ to put him in the best spots when they go up against the lineup where they don't get to see him twice, in a series for that matter. They are able to spin that ball. Will Vest with 20 saves this season and Finnegan with 24. Those are two dominant guys at the back end of a bullpen that I trust heading into September. Let's see if we can trust a guy in Montero.
Pasquantino up for the Royals. The first pitch from Rafael Montero is at the bottom of the zone, does not get the call. Tigers up 5-0 in the bottom of the ninth. He does get the call. Starts him off with a strike. Wow. Good call. Rafael Montero getting ahead of Pasquantino early. Tigers up 5-0 here on the Kansas City Royals. 0-1 pitch is right there, too. 0-2 quickly on Pasquantino. You love to see that start from Rafael Montero.
Yeah, big time getting that call. And about time he gave us one of those calls.
Yeah.
About damn time. Let's see if Rafael can get him.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Pasquantino fouls it off. A good four-seamer right on the outside black. Detroit Tigers up 5-0 here. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Woodward Sports. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter. Shout out to Birdie. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to everybody in the Woodward Sports chat. Make sure you smash the like button. Rafael does not get the swing and miss there on Pasquantino. 1-2 on the big lefty for the Royals.
Big spot here for Montero. Maybe a breaking ball here. Try to keep it down, though. You can't hang it up to him.
Gets him to pop up there to Riley Green. Ugly swing. Good pitch. Splitter outside for Montero. 1 out here. Royals down to their final 2.
Let's go. He went with Montero, so he probably could save Finnegan for tomorrow if needed. And you get Will Vest tomorrow as well. Montero, like we talked about, just do not walk hitters. Get this game. Make them beat you. Beat them in the zone.
Let's see what he can do here. Gets the first out of the inning, a big one. A guy that's killed the Tigers so far in Pasquantino, but another guy that's killed the Tigers pretty much his whole career, but not so much in this series. Salvador Perez, 0 for 10 so far in the Tigers in this series. The first pitch from Montero breaks another bat of Salvi's. That's going to cost him some money. And a nice pick by Spencer Torkelson there at first base.
Want to see Zach McKinstry really come up firing there. Unable to do so on that one, but Spencer Torkelson saved him. Exactly what we talked about, Spencer. Spencer Torkelson doing a complete scoop on that one. Being able to get that baseball that was thrown right in the dirt in front of him, but you want to see him get that throw up. Even Torkelson kind of
Great scoop there. Great scoop there by Torkelson. Zach McKinstry, probably the strongest arm on the team, so you don't like to see him short hop that, but it's all right. No harm, no foul. Tigers, 2 outs now. Kansas City down to their final batter. Gets the strike call there, Montero. He's pumping fastballs into that zone pretty well. You've got Adam Frazier here off the bench, 694 OPS for the lefty. Montero looking him down, 0-1, throws the fast. Ooh, nice splitter there to get a swing and miss. Quickly 0-2. Royals down to their last strike. Tigers up 5-0. Bottom of the ninth. Montero on the mound. 0-2 against Frazier. Let's see what he does here. Jake Rogers gives him the call. He cocks back. The righty looks over, throws in. 0-2 pitch. Gets him downstairs. Strikeout for Montero. 1-2-3 inning. Tigers win. Tigers win. Tigers win.
Let's go, baby. That's what it's all about, Spenny. We needed a big game from the Detroit Tigers, and you just saw it today. The Tigers are at their best with their ace on the mound, bullpen help behind it. You got to see Finnegan in the 8th. You see Montero shut down in the 9th. Love to see this moving forward for the Detroit Tigers. This is a big win for them moving forward as we take it out, and the Detroit Tigers now win the series against the Kansas City Royals. So big for this Detroit Tigers team. And the unsung hero today, Rake Rogers.
Yes.
Jake Rogers, big locker room guy, big clubhouse guy, brings the vibes, keeps the energy high, cracks jokes. Today, he helped out with his bat, and it was big for the Detroit Tigers.
W's in the chat for the Detroit Tigers as they win this one over the Kansas City Royals 5-0. As Nick said, Jake Rogers with a double and a triple on the day. Gleyber Torres with a couple hits and an RBI, and Tarek Skubal goes 7 scoreless. Tigers shut out the Kansas City Royals to win the series, with the Mets coming to Comerica tomorrow. Huge win, all but wraps up the division for the Tigers, and man, it feels good to see the Tigers win on a Sunday.
It feels damn good right now. That was a great Detroit Tigers win that they were able to show out for in this one. Specifically, Skubal just dominating this Royals lineup after having a slow second and third inning. You got to see Tarek Skubal really find himself, trust in that changeup a little bit more, and he was dialing up that fastball. High heat, painting corners. Everything that you want to see out of the best pitcher in baseball, you got to see today. And when he had to get big outs in this one, when he had guys on base and a guy in scoring position, he was able to get the big out, Spencer. What impressed you the most about Tarek Skubal's performance?
What impressed me about Tarek Skubal was how he adapted to what he was going against. We talked about it in the pregame. This Kansas City lineup does not have a lot of swing and miss in it. They are contact hitters. They stay in the zone, and they don't chase. And Tarek Skubal played to that. He pitched to a lot of contact today, and he got a lot of ground balls when he needed them. A thing that impressed me the most was the Tigers' defense out there making great plays, specifically Spencer Torkelson. He made 3 very good plays at first base to get out of innings and to keep Tarek Skubal ready to go. He had a great scoop there in the 9th when they turned that ground ball over to Zach McKinstry. He had a great play on a double play. He had a great play coming off the bag to spin and tag. And the most important one that will get the least amount of love against Bobby Witt early in the game before Tarek Skubal was really locked in and rolling, Spencer Torkelson made a great play in the foul zone to get Bobby Witt out of there and end the inning. Stuff like that. If Spencer Torkelson drops that ball, you know Bobby Witt's going to go up there and get a hit. That keeps the inning going. He didn't. He made the play. Tarek Skubal got out of there unscathed.
Great point there, Spencer. I'm totally with you. I think Skubal getting Bobby Witt and Spencer Torkelson being able to help out his pitcher really showed up in this one. I recall a couple of Sundays ago when we were here, Spencer Torkelson didn't make that catch.
Yes.
Next at bat, grand slam by a Minnesota Twin. That's what happened when you don't make the plays that you're supposed to, and it was a big time out for the Detroit Tigers. Love to see Montero shut down there in the 9th.
Yeah.
Montero has the stuff. It's all about the command with Montero. He's been in A.J. Hinch's bullpen before. A.J. wanted him here for a reason.
Yes, he did.
He trusts his stuff, but it's all about that command. Love to see that in the same back-to-back days. Canely, big 1.1 innings of shutout baseball last night. Montero today, shutout in the 9th. Love to see it moving forward as we inch closer. We need to figure out who we can trust in the back end to go along with Vest and Finnegan. Love to see it out of Montero and Canley last night.
Absolutely. You love to see that the Tigers bullpen is now getting more and more pieces that A.J. Hinch can rely on. Obviously, Finnegan and Vest are his two horses in the back end. Tommy Canley starting to pitch a little bit better. Tyler Holton, we don't know what's going on with him, but you got a good outing there out of Montero. That's hopefully something that you can string together and get a couple of plays. Nick, I want to bring it back to the defense, but first of all, smash the like button and subscribe. I am Spencer Raxter. He is the Detroit Tigers beat reporter for Woodward Sports. Nicholas Kohloff. Shout out to Birdie in the booth. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. We're going to be talking a little bit here after this call. We're going to give you a little pregame, and then we'll get out of here. Make sure you guys have a great Labor Day and a great weekend. But, Nick, we talked about the defense behind Tarek Skubal today. Spencer Torkelson made a couple nice plays. They had a nice double play that was turned after Skubal went a 4-0 walk to start an inning. That is so good to see because the defense let Skubal down in his last start. They had a couple of bad plays, a couple of errors that led to those 5 unearned runs that ended up looking bad on Skubal with the big grand slam. This time, his defense helped him, and he goes 7 scoreless.
If you can give Tarek Skubal a good defense, I mean, one name that we didn't even bring up because he's playing for Toledo right now is a guy in Parker Meadows.
Yeah.
He covers a lot of ground out there in center. If we can get him back rolling as we go closer to the playoffs, it's going to help out every single one of these pitchers because it gives the outside corner outfielders, a little bit less room that they have to cover as well. A guy like Carpenter in right, a guy like Riley Green in left. If they don't have to cover so much room in center field, it makes them more dominant down the line, not allowing some of those balls to drop. So to be able to get Parker Meadows back, hopefully soon, is going to be really big for these Detroit Tigers pitchers moving forward for this team. And I think Parker Meadows could be a big spot. I know he's come up with a couple big hits in Toledo. If we are going to win the American League and get to the World Series, I think you're going to need the Parker Meadows of last postseason and not the Parker Meadows that you've seen so far this season after dealing with a weird injury to start this year. He just never really was able to get back on track.
Absolutely. It's just a great win for the Tigers on a Sunday. Your ace was your ace. Your team gave him some run support. Jake Rogers with a couple of big hits, which probably both could have been errors. Definitely one should have been an error, but it's okay. They're giving Jake some love, so I love to see that. A double and a triple for him. That's going to do it for us today. We appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. For Nicholas Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers beat reporter, for Birdie in the booth, I am Spencer Raxter. This has been the Live Watch Party. Tigers win 5-0, win the series against the Royals, and take a stranglehold on the AL Central. Tomorrow, Mets come into town. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.
The boys of summer are ready to get